Hello, hello, hello. Running a little bit late. I'm just trying to set up everything. I do have my guest today, creatively, aka Tiffany. We're just waiting for her to pop right in. It's her first time, so it might take a little bit. Just have to give her a little bit. Okay, here she is. Got it.
All right. Can you hear me?
I was in the background because there's a hey classic. So there's a you could join, right? And
Uh-huh.
I wait for you in like the back where nobody else could see
I
us.
know.
So
I'm
I was
sorry.
waiting for you there, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just go on live because I looked at the time. I'm like, let me just go on live, the
It
actual
says
live, because
not live,
you,
so I'm like, oh, I
yeah,
better.
because you and nobody else in the chat won't be able to see me. It will just be us, right?
Oh,
So I'm like, let me go on live because
me.
if I don't, then she might not be aware that she could click the link and it will
Yeah,
bring her
I
here.
appreciate it.
So she'll probably just be sitting there waiting.
I am
But hello,
extremely moved. I
could you hear
appreciate
me?
you.
Oh,
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
okay, you can hear me clear, right?
Yeah. If it gets
Okay, good.
noisy here, I try really hard. Let me see if I can get my volume up a bit there. Um, if it gets really noisy here, I have a 7-year-old who's very rambunctious and doesn't always be patient, but uh, for the most part, she's pretty good. So we have to roll with it.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I made sure I got the mic to work today. So I'm hoping with all the echo and all that stuff that goes on before and everything goes clear. But let me do a quick introduction for everyone that's here watching, everyone coming in. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to Novelty's Corner. So today we have our special guest, and this is Tiffany, and she is from Creatively Guided Me. That's her YouTube channel. She's a new YouTuber. We're gonna get into a little bit about, well, not a lot, a whole lot about her business venture. I seen her send me some arts and stuff, so we're gonna get into that. Hello, Gina. So we're gonna be getting into that. This is one thing I say every time with these sessions. While she is speaking, we want to give her the respect that she well deserves. So I would not be interrupting her as she speaks to answer any questions. However, you guys can leave your questions in the comment section, and once she's finished explaining or answering a question, then we'll go ahead to proceed to, answer some questions, address some comments, and then we'll move on to how we drop it around here. Okay, so don't think like if you guys are not, if you guys are speaking and no one's replying back to you, we're ignoring you. I see you, I acknowledge you. You just have to give me a minute to get to you. Okay, that's all it is. So starting with Tiffany. Oh, and for those that don't know, I hope you saw my little intro coming
Beautiful, by
in.
the way. I appreciate it.
Yes. So over here, I introduce entrepreneurs, creatives, gamers, and we're adding in some content creators because y'all are entrepreneurs too. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to shout me out. My information is in my bio. And now we're going to get into Tiffany. So Tiffany, just give everybody for that don't know who you are a little briefing on your businesses or your business, your craft, just a little touch up because I do have questions for you, so go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, my business is creatively guided. Um, I always, I've always been working on it in the background. Coming from a place of transition, it was meant to heal. It was meant to heal me. It wasn't started as a business, but it was about getting crafty and doing things. Um, when you're in survival mode and you're struggling and you're finding the balance, and you don't really have outlets, or you're so busy working, you're just exhausted, there comes a time where you have to say, if I don't do something, I'm going to lose it. And so it started with making candles and then doing artwork. And I had it all built up, and I had my molds and my epoxies, and I was doing all kinds of great things, starting to build it. Went through some hardcore transition as I was building it. Lost everything, literally everything I had built, made for my business, started from scratch. Uh, Gave up on myself for a little bit there, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this again. Like it was just, I was so when you put your heart and soul into something, and you're like, I'm going to invest in myself. And then you really do it and then have everything just fall apart was a struggle. And then I'm like, but do I want to do the candles and stuff again? Do I want to do that? Am I investing too much? I was afraid. I was really, really afraid. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna do what I feel, and I don't. And I started with some of my art and my little selenite wands and things that I was doing. It was calming. It was getting my mind out of the chaos. And what happened was, I was always a coffee drinker, and I'm like, I don't really like tea, but it was because I didn't like the store bought tea. I didn't like, and the caffeine made me anxious. Oh, here comes the little one. Hold on. Okay, you got to give me 1 minute. You can say hi quickly. Say hi. Hi.
Hi,
Say
pretty
hi.
girl.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh, I love you. Okay, you
Oh,
gotta
I
get
love
that.
your crown.
You, I'm a princess. Thank you. I'm a princess. She knows she's the princess. But okay, go sit down. Yeah, let me finish talking. That's the agreement. She's my wild child. She's my mini me.
She's so cute. Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Distraction. I knew it was gonna happen, but so I started making my own tea, and I was adding. I started simple, slicing up oranges and lemons, and with chamomile because I was always when you have a dysregulated nervous system, adding caffeine to the mix, even though I like my coffee still, it was like this isn't calming. But what I found was first of all, when I started doing it, I would always go to the reduced rack. I don't know if you know, like no frills, all that. They always have the reduced fruit rack. I had no money. I had no income. I was very small. I was losing everything and I had to start from nothing. So I started using those fruits. Now I'm starting to build people in the community. But at the time, I was like what am I doing? And I didn't know. I was just experimenting. But then I found the exact mix that worked. And I found that cutting and chopping the fruit, putting it in the dehydrator, it was cathartic. It was like I'm doing the actions, I'm moving, I'm not overwhelmed in anxiety. And for just a small moment, I can dream, right? Um, and then I just started sharing it with the neighbors and stuff. And I was like, I made this and it's helped me and I just wanted to share it with you. And of course I made these little notes with them. So this is just one of the little things I just want to show you quickly. It started with a letter because I wrote the letter to myself on how I calmed myself. So when you get them, I know you can't really see it, but it's the
Mm-hmm.
ritual that goes with it. And it's about um, let it be present, let it calm you, right? And that's how it started. And then everyone was like, we really do like this. And so I'm like, you know what? I why give up on myself? Like, don't do that. And so what started as that has turned into all kinds of tea and creative stuff. And will I get into candles and stuff? Very probably, just not for a while. I want to build and start slow, but it went from a place of being cathartic and protecting myself, allowing myself a space to say, nope, I'm worth it. To no, I think everybody needs to feel that. And when it takes you that long to get there, you're like, how can I share that and let them see that this small little moment, I don't care if it's 30 seconds or 5 minutes, is enough to just get a little dream and get out of the chaos, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of how it started. So it's been a wild ride already, and we're just beginning.
Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, let me catch up with the comments and then we're gonna get into the questions.
Yeah,
Okay, let me scroll all the way up. I'm so
there's a
sorry.
lot. It's running.
Okay, so we said hello to Classic. Classic said hi, and we had Gina say greetings to everyone. Lavere, I think, or Lavar. Hello, I hope I said your name right. Football edits. Okay, we're gonna skip you.
Are
What are
you
your
really?
pronouns? Her, she. Um, Gina is saying hello to Lavere. Classic is saying hello. Okay, let me see if I can skip to the questions. I'm gonna kind of skip over the hellos and highs and just
Don't.
try to get to the questions. Um, let's see. Okay, I don't think we have any questions other from how are you guys? How are you guys real?
I
I
know
guess
that's
you're
why I said,
asking
"Are
us
you
if
real?"
we're
It said,
real. I
"Are
mean,
you?"
we're
No,
not
it's
AI if that's what you're asking. We weren't generated.
yeah, you really said, "Are you guys real?" Are you
So
Mr.
yes, we
Clean
are
in the
real.
kitchen? Mr. Clean in
We
the
are real
kitchen. Asking
people.
if it's real.
Okay, I say I'm real then. Okay. Are you real if if you are say
Oh wait,
okay.
yeah, this is real. That's what I said. It's Mr. Clean in the picture.
Channel name,
Asking.
please. Her channel name is Creatively Guides Me. That's
Everyone
correct,
can.
right?
What does that mean? Hi, Elevate. How are you?
It should be in the description. I apply it in the description. If I forgot, I will apply after. But it should be in the description, her channel name, so everybody could connect. If somebody can, I didn't get a chance to add it to Nightbot, so if somebody can, you guys could get her info and put it in here so I could post it at the top if you don't mind. Tell her to type in the chat. Can you type in the chat your yeah, your channel name, please?
La somewhere maybe. You're asking me to do techie things. I'm still new. Hold on. What am I'll put my screen name. Yeah,
Your actually, you know what? Let me see if I
creativity.
could grab it for you and then post it in
I,
here.
I don't know if that'll work, but can they click on me? Oh, I
They
highlighted
can.
my
If you
name.
post it in the chat, they would be able to click on it. Well, it
Oh,
says
if
okay,
they're
it's
not,
just an ad. But I'll just type um let me pin this message.
I gotta.
I think they should be able to at least click on your name.
Not
Um,
really helping me a
click on
lot.
your name. Let me see if I could copy it here because I have it in the description. Let me get that and post it here. Okay, there, Gina did it. Okay,
You got it. Thank you so much. I am. That's the one thing that we got to work on. I can barely use Chat GPT. I've been working on. I've been practicing.
sorry, I meant to remove the pin and I think I deleted your message. I apologize. If you see that, please don't get offended.
You're
Um,
gonna get
see this
judgment
pin
from me.
message.
My tech savvy is
There
brutal.
you go. So there you guys go. I apologize, but it's pinned. So if you guys are interested, feel free to click on over and go over and show her some love. Remember, she's fairly new. Hello, stick to it. Hello, elevate. Welcome. So if you guys don't know, this is Tiffany, aka Creatively Guides Me. That's her channel name, and she does tea and she's doing a lot of crafts. So we're gonna get into that right now. So let's get into the first question. So for most people, you sorry, for those who's meeting for the first time, who is the woman behind Creatively Guide Me?
Whoa, that's a lot. But
Welcome to the show.
I'm a single mom who has had to do everything on her own the whole way. Well, everyone, it's not even not being supported because not being supported is one thing, but when the people that should support you are ready to throw you down, or they'll pile so much on you until you can't take it anymore, and then well, you should have known, you're just a screw up, right? This was how uh, I lived life, how I was treated in life, until I
Mhm.
started doing that for myself. And then when I got there, that failure that I talked about right at the beginning really kind of took a while to overcome. But we have this thing called a child that changes things, and I say she saved my life. There's nothing you can say to change my mind, because at the end of the day, I looked at the way I was treated, which I didn't deserve. But I don't. We can't hold on to that, right? We just have to understand that we want better for our children. So at the end of the day, we overcome, finding pathways, trying to figure out what her learning struggles are, getting diagnoses on things with no help, and building a business and doing all the things. I am the walking epitome of we'll make it work and we'll figure it out at whatever cost. Uh, but now I am learning that I can do that and still love myself and show up for myself. And when it takes you so long to get there, and it took me a long time, I'm 44, okay, and it was the last 2 years that I really said, and going through. quite some transformation even in those last 2 years. I finally said, uh, what I was supposed to learn was how to love myself in the chaos, right? And I had to walk through that fire and walk through that fire. And now at the end of the day, it's my be all end all. That's why I always talk about affirmations. I talk about um, being happy, supporting each other, boosting, giving compliments. These are all free things. Compliment yourself. If you would say to a stranger, "Oh, I love your hair. It looks fantastic." Why can't you look at yourself in the mirror and say, "You look beautiful today"? You know, you showed up. You're amazing. You're a superhero, right? So, um, I'm that walking cheerleader for you, for me, for everybody. And people kind of make fun of me. I'm not toxic positivity. Trust you, me. I will walk in the shadows just as fast. But I learning to find that balance when we understand we can be just as shitty as possible or just as awesome as possible, right? Um, and when you find that balance, you never have to worry. So I'm that person that we make it happen, we figure it out. But I'm learning that we can't make anything happen if we can't love ourselves first. So that's why I talk about healing. I talk about loving ourselves through the good, the bad, the ugly. And I want to share that because I was that person with no help, with no one to guide me, with no nothing. So uh, those small kindnesses, those little moments, and if it just plants one little seed of one person saying, "Man, I'm gonna be okay today," then whether I'm a millionaire or as poor as can be, I know that I've won and I'm always good to go, right? So that's me.
That's awesome. Honestly, I think not even I think I could relate to that because I'm a single mom. I have two children, and my children are big now.
I have two
So
adult
my
children.
yeah, my stress is over somewhat.
Mine-
The mother is never really it doesn't end.
No,
But for the
no.
most part, like I understand because I remember like the days when I didn't think I can do it. Like
Oh,
you know what I
man.
mean? And I understand what it is when your children becomes your blessings. Like you know what I mean? When they give you that they become that extra push that girl, you gotta carry on. Or
Perfect.
man, because
Yeah.
single fathers
And there's
too.
lots of single dads. I'm not. You'll never hear me saying we're better than one or the other. Never, never in a million years.
Exactly. Hello everyone coming in. Hello, stick to it. I
Hi.
can see her channel. Can someone post it, please? I posted it. You still don't see it. Gina posted it and I posted it. Let me paste it again. Let me try to do this. If you guys are having a difficulty finding it in the on the pin, if you guys cannot do the pin, just go into the description because I also put her channel, her contact, and her store is in the description of this video right here.
And the link is there. I seen it. So,
Yeah, and she said the link is there.
which is
You
beautiful.
can't click it either. Could you click the one I posted? Let me see. Let me see. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Mila. Is that Mila? Yeah. Beautiful. Birthday. It's her birthday. Okay. Happy birthday, Mia. Happy birthday.
Hello, poetic.
Eric.
Okay, let me see if I could okay, try this one and let me know if you guys are able to click the one I just posted. I'm enjoying the live. Okay, I'm glad. Classic is a repeated what am I gonna call everybody that comes back?
Hi, Classic. I haven't. We
I'll
haven't met
figure out a
yet.
name for it.
Definitely
Okay,
want
so
to.
let's get on to the next question. We'll figure out the link after if you guys still can't click it. But as I said, if you guys cannot click it in the chat, go into the description and she could find her link there as well. If not, her channel is called Creatively Guides Me. And at the top,
Creativity.
it has her name, Tiffany.
Yeah.
So once you see that, you know you reach GPS should say you have arrived. Okay, so my next question for you is what does the name Creatively Guided Me mean to you or on a personal level?
Man, I kept having like I got lost in the. I always say I get getting lost in the sauce, but it's like I was always in my head, right? Dreaming of all the things, uh, and I was very creative, and still to this day, there's so many things that I want to do. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, and I mean literally from contractor to machinist to everything. Just the list is long. Uh, but the only thing that I ever found was my true empowerment when I really felt satisfied was looking at the end of result of when I did something. So creatively guided for me was like we're we're not just being in our head. We have all these great ideas and imaginations. They weren't given to me to just think about. So get off your butt and do something. And then there was that, oh my God, where do I start? Right. So there were so many things. And so I just started one thing at a time. And I actually have my first little thing and I want to show you.
Okay.
This was my first little uh, time that I was going to do for myself. And I started doing my paintings. This is my first little painting that I did. And I'm like, it doesn't matter what it is. And this was like, it's the smallest, little, simplest thing. But um, I'm like, just take a step in any direction. Um, and that's kind of how everything led out, right? It was just whatever comes next, whatever the step is. Getting caught up in just one thing made me feel overwhelmed and felt like I was being put back in this box that everyone kept trying to keep me in. So, creatively guided means you don't have to do just one thing. You don't have to start uh, doing this and say, okay, I'm going to stay here forever. I can take another step sideways and still find something really cool. And as long as I follow that little semblance of joy, that little whisper that makes me smile, and share that, and make it reasonable, right? We're not trying to charge people crazy amounts of money. And the reason is because, there was time when I didn't have it. So what I have, I want to share uh, from my heart. If I could make money and just give away the stuff, I would be absolutely love to do that. But it truly is just find your joy, whatever it is, take a step. And if something that brings you to something else that is makes you happier or just is something that is happy in that moment, just follow it. If you follow your joy, you're always going to be at your happy place, right? So,
Exactly. I like that because creativity should never be stifled.
right. You just follow what
Yeah.
makes you happy. Right?
Okay, let me catch up with some comments, fill you in with what the audience is saying. We have Poetic coming in, and Poetic says, hello, chat.
Hi,
Um,
Poetic. Hi, Reds.
Classic is saying, I'm enjoying the live, y'all.
Mhm.
Mr. Block is gives well waving and throwing up some hearts. And then Poetic is greeting. So Elevate is saying they might be on mobile. Oh, yes, we are on mobile. That's
Yeah.
probably why. um,
Thank
Gina,
you.
Gina said I subscribed, so you have a new subscriber.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, and when I get to 100 subscribers, it's going to be more than just one time, but every chunk as I grow. When I get to 100 subscribers, then I'm going to do like the celebration post. Yay, we did it! And then um, everyone that comments on that one, and I really want you to comment. I want to do a draw for those people that comment and send, a tea, a small gift, like just a thank you gift for supporting me. And then of course you get to try the tea, and it's beautiful. It's so good. I know
I,
it's hard, but it's good.
I love that. So y'all hear that? There's gonna be a milestone celebration. So every time she hits a milestone, there's gonna be a celebration and a little giveaway. So make sure y'all when y'all subscribing, don't just subscribe. Make sure y'all hit all so y'all get the notification so y'all know you don't miss your opportunity because we love us some opportunities about these parts. Okay.
I love to share my stuff, so you never have to worry. Like, I'm not a small gift. You're gonna be like, oh my God, she sent me all that because I'm a big gift giver. If I and I mean it, if I could make my stuff, make money on YouTube, actually make money, and give my stuff away as gifts for the rest of my life, I would be absolutely in my heaven.
Why not?
Right? What you want in this
Okay.
world?
Poetic is giving some instructions. She says, if y'all want to click links while live stream is in vertical, like the live stream, then go out and come back in through your likes video. Thank you, Poetic, for that. Um, Stick to it. Mr. Stick to it said I subbed. Um, hey, then we have some greetings. Hey, Reds. Red's room is in. See why you have to add the room. I was about to say Red's room is in the room, but he in the corner. Past Kitchen said good evening, host and chat. Good evening, Pads. Um, then we have Past giving up hearts. Let me try to scroll down. I said I'm not gonna read all the greetings, and I'm still doing it. Gina's greeting everybody. Thank you so much, Gina. Okay, so there's greetings, greetings. I'm trying to scroll and try to find the questions because I start to realize that although you guys love the interviews, they stretch long and we don't want them to go too long. So I'm trying to kind of narrow it
It's
down.
your
So please
time, so
forgive
it's
me.
all up to your time. Not, I made sure I was available for this. I checked it, checked my time,
Okay.
so you don't have to rush. Unless you're like whatever you have to go. Just don't feel like you're overwhelming me. If you
Thank
can't
you. I
talk,
appreciate. Thank you. So for everybody asking about her channel, I put the link in the descriptions. I'm being told that you can click it. However, if you cannot click it, no worries. Within the description of this very live right here that we're on, I do put her information. Her information is there, her channel information. Just go there and click that. And also if you guys feel like you guys are up for a look at Tay, you could go ahead because that information is also in the description. So go on and click and you guys can view her, her store and all that good stuff. What's your favorite? Ooh, okay. Gina says, "What is your favorite blend of tea?"
well, I'm biased, so I'm gonna say my gratitude tea, which is I have it right here. This is my little one. By the way, I'm getting the little envelope packaging, so it's a little easier for shipment. But we started small. But this is, they're all, none of them have caffeine in them. They're all chamomile, they're all herbal. Um, but my gratitude tea is the one that is the backbone kind of the company. It's what started, it was the foundation of this. So and it's a mix of a bunch of fruit. It's from fruit, lemon, I mean from orange, lemon, we have a little bit of cinnamon in there. We have a little bit, it's a whole bit, the list is long on that one and it's the most but it's so good. It's so good. It's so calming. And then, but I make four. So I make apple cinnamon. I make helping hand, which is when you're cold. The lemon, ginger, turmeric, chamomile, all the good stuff. And then sleepy time tea. That one is my favorite at nighttime because it's passion flower. So when you sleep, it's lavender and passion flower. It's not the stronger herbs. So you don't wake up like hungover or I don't want to say hungover, but you feel like really overtired, you didn't sleep well. It doesn't happen. And then because it's got the blueberries and strawberries, it's got lots of antioxidants in it. I put some work into my teas. But my favorite is the gratitude because I drink it every single day, usually 2 or 3 times a day. So, and every single time I drink it, I smell it, and I'm just that moment just makes me smile. So, if I can still love my own stuff that I make and drink it all the time, uh, I can't help but be biased. I just
So just a little bit of everything, no favorite.
Yeah, well, my favorite is the gratitude, but I have only four that I make. I won't go more than that just yet because those are the ones that it's what I can concentrate on. It's what I can have all the time, and I don't have to stretch myself thin. I can pour my attention because when you have to cut and dehydrate your own fruits, and uh, it's a lot of extra time to do it. It takes time. I can only make so much in a month because I have. Unless I fill my house up with dehydrators, which I refuse to do. I have two, and they're running all the time, all day long. Um, nonstop. But I know that time of the day when it's time to cut up the fruits and get it prepared, that's my meditation time. That's my cathartic time. So it's like a two in one, right?
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay, love the name of the tea. Jason Gina says, love the name of the tea. So this is Gina. So Jason and Gina, they have a channel. Not I know this is your time, so just a little briefing. So this is just to let you know, like when like who's subbing to your channel.
Yeah.
So I don't know what if Jason has any type of emojis that he uses, but Gina's normally the one that's up on here that I see.
Yeah.
And when she's on, you'll notice her because she does purple hearts. So whenever
Oh,
you're doing your live stream and you see her tapping and you see purple hearts, it's Gina.
perfect. I
Yeah,
love
and they did
purple.
travel, so you'll know more after. So she wants to know if you ship to NYC,
I ship to Canada and US. The only thing you did ask a question about the
the
tariff.
tariff.
Uh, I because I have not shipped there yet. I don't know. It's not saying that I won't. But I don't know what the tariffs would cost you guys, and I don't even know if I can take on the tariff. Because when I order some of my herbs from the U.S., um, which I found out the American and Canadian dollar. Oh Lord, it was like a $500 order turned into 1,000, and then but the tariffs were only like $40 or $50, which is not that bad, right? But
Was that recently though?
yeah, a couple months ago. But that was to
Because
come in,
no,
right?
because the thing is, right? A couple months ago, when they like when the tariff thing first started and stuff like that, like Canadians were still shipping and Americans were still, but they're still doing their thing
Mhm.
because below a certain percentage, it wasn't that bad. But I think it was back in December, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all have to check that out yourself. But I think back in December, um, what Mr. Person over there decided to do was he decided that it doesn't matter how small the amount
Mhm.
is, you're gonna have to pay a fee. And I don't recall what the fee was,
Yeah,
right? And I haven't been keeping up with it ever since because after that I was like, okay, we just won't ship until all this is clear,
and I don't
right?
think it tells me, and so I don't think it tells me, and that's the problem. The only way you could do that is either just be okay with paying the tariff, whatever it may be, or um, send an email afterwards with the tariff price, right? Like, say, charge you $5, then you send a copy of it or something to my email, and I would reimburse it. Like, I'm not trying. It sucks that that's what it is, and um, I think I charge $20 for shipping to the U.S. I think it's
Yeah.
like the standard shipping fee. Uh, I put it as the 19.95 because I think that's what it is. It's pretty close to that, within a dollar, depending on the mailing places, like UPS or Canada Post, whatever. So, uh, okay, give me just 1 second. I have to help my daughter in a sec. Um, but to do that, I don't know if that would be covered in it or how that works. So unfortunately, that's something we're winging it. Okay, I'm coming. Give me just 1 sec.
Okay. Okay, so we'll give her a second. Let me address the comments while she does her thing. Hi, Queenie. Good audio today. Yeah, see, my mic is working, so I got to hook it up. See the light? What I was telling you guys, it wasn't coming on the day when I was pressing it, and I didn't even charge it since that time. I just decided to give it a different shot today, and I pressed the button, and it came on. I was like, yes. So that's what it is. The only difference for me now is even though the audio is great for you guys, it's a little bit low for me. So if you guys see me keep moving closer, like don't pick me up.
I do that too. I don't hear well, so also I get really loud sometimes if I'm passionate about something because I've had my eardrum blown out a couple times.
Yeah.
So and what I've learned is because I've become so self-aware of sometimes like I'll be talking and I get excited and then I see people go and I'm like, oh, you gotta tone it down because I do. I get excited and I get loud. Uh, I never need a microphone. I don't think. I think I'm good.
For me, because I've been having so much audio issues with my phone, so this is why, and it seems to be working out. So I'm glad because it's been echoing and all these type of things. So I didn't have the chance because I told you I had an interview, yes, like a whole bunch of stuff going on. So today I want to be prepared. So I
Yeah.
made sure like I double checked everything all day today. Gina has a question for you. She says, if I can ask, where are you located?
Where am I now? I'm in BC.
Okay. And that's still in Canada.
Yes. Oh, yes, sorry. I forgot. Yeah, I'm in Canada. So, and for anyone that's in Kelowna area, I so if you order on the website within 50-kilometer radius, then I will just deliver it to you, right? So you don't have to pay shipping. Um, I think I put a $5 fee or something, just or they could have the shipping, but it was just because I was told that I have to charge something. If you're going to drive 50 kilometers. I'm like, I don't care. I just like doing that. Like, I work for myself, right? So at the end of the day, it's not about, I get in trouble all the time. I did the business program. That's how I got started doing this. And I took a long time to get in, and they're like, well, you have to be focused on making money. And I'm like, listen, I know like we all want to make money, but at the end of the day, uh, I'm not here to drive sales. I'm here to live and be happy and share and be loving. And if everything has to be driving the sale or pushing the sale, or you must buy this or you must spend more, then I'm not any different from any of the other places. So uh, they've kind of learned to uh, I don't want to say give up on me, but they've learned to kind of let me just be. Uh, I'm gonna be who I am, right? And I'm not that person that's gonna freak out over a dollar. I'm not that person. Like my website, unfortunately, like it does what it does. But hand to hand, I don't care. I'm always the one who adds an extra gift in there, and like I'm not. It's just about the connection, right? And with the internet, it's a little harder. Like now, these communities are fantastic. You get to know your people, and these interviews. That's why I support them so much. And that reminds me because at the end, I have to join your channel. I've been doing all the memberships to um, the rooms that I see, especially when they're supporting and boosting other people. I believe that that support should they should be helped in that support. So that's something that I always do. But yeah, I just think that now we have an ability to have that connection. Then I want to make sure that I'm being able to say thank you, reaching out to the people and showing them that yeah, I am a business, and yes, I do have to make money, unfortunately, to survive. But uh, it's not all about money. In fact, it's more about finding ourselves and teaching people that, hey, if you want to paint some random painting and it makes you happy on that day, and tomorrow you want to try and knit something, and tomorrow you want to learn how to build something, it's okay, right? And when you figure it out, any one of those things could be the thing that you master and you're amazing at. And that could be the thing that allows you to be free, you know? So I'm always going to promote that till the end of time. That's all I care about.
Sounds great. Gina says some of them are ridiculously expensive. Shake my head. Um, and Red says, but what about is a question mark? So he said border freeze with question mark.
What are what?
Um, oh, could you hear me? Red says border fees.
Oh, border fees. Yeah, that's the tariffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I don't until I know. I can't say anything until I've shipped, right? And then I don't know if I get the notification or if you guys do. So unless someone tells me, so like if I ship to you and you're in the U.S. and you get a tariff, that's the and you let me know what it is. I think is the only way I get to know.
Well, see, that's the thing I told you about from the time when you said you shipped and you tariff was different. That's the thing because they did have major changes, right? So
Yeah.
now it's not ship and then receive and then pay. Now it's you have to pay it before you could ship. So before you leave the post office or before your package could be accepted, you have to pay the tariff fee.
But then that would be on my end, right?
Mhm.
So then that would be on my end before I ship it?
Yes, exactly. So that's what I was trying to explain to you. That so that's why, like for me, I just tell people I don't ship to America because I don't want no unexpected surprises, and it's already expensive to ship there.
Right.
Um, so
You're
I don't
like,
know. Just a little foolish advice. I feel like before you offer up that to Americans, like before you say yes, I ship, like at least try to go into the post office or UPS or wherever it is, and even if it's just to give them like a like if you know those standard prices, shipping price or the standard weight of your products, just let them know and be like, okay, this is the weight of my products. This is what I sell normally, like, and I want to know, like, if I was to ship this to North Carolina or New York, like, how much would it be? Like, and what are the tariffs looking like for me? You get a
Mhm.
great little idea, and then you could know if when somebody asks that, then you could say yes or no. Like, okay, well, I already know my tariffs, and plus on top of it, like you're you're in a different location than I am. Like I'm in Toronto, you're over there,
Well,
so
I'm
that
thinking
might be able to be different. That might, you know what I mean? It might
mhm.
give a different output. Like you know what I mean? So what I might pay here might be different for you.
My items are not expensive. I think the highest item is my large tea, my largest tea, which is like 200 and something servings. And that's $40. That's like the extent. So unless you buy multiple things, you're not gonna spend $100, right? You're gonna spend
Right.
40, $50 tops. So and American, that's like 30. Just the money difference. But um, to be honest, it's about getting movement, getting traction. And I have family and friends out there. So when I ship, it didn't cost me much to ship, but I wasn't selling something. So like it was a
Right.
gift. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
but I don't care about
Exactly.
that stuff. I'd rather get it out there. And because my items are small, right? If you have more expensive, a couple $100 items, that can make a big difference. But I think, um, if somebody's only ordering one thing, maybe it would be a struggle. But if they're ordering a couple different teas and something else, then I'm
It
gonna
wouldn't
take.
matter. It doesn't matter how small it is.
Yeah, no, I know, but they can't charge more than the item, right? They have to.
They do
They,
charge more than the item. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because the
what?
thing is, right? Before tariff, they didn't really charge more than the item, depending on what you're shipping. Because sometimes it could be expensive. But it wasn't that much to where you're just like, ah. But as I was saying, like best you look it up and see and go in and ask them and whatever. Because I don't remember what exactly it was. Was like it was like I think the December or something when I was looking up on it. And I was hearing them talk about it and stuff like that. But since then, I haven't looked back into it, and I just stopped shipping to America, period, because you know
Mhm,
what I mean? Like, it was already expensive shipping from here to there, so to add more to it, nobody's
mhm.
not gonna pay that.
No, I understand that. I just think I'm such a wing it person, and that's probably it's either gonna be really great or it's gonna bite me in the ass. And I just uh But for me, it's about getting it out there. And if there's any time you're going to take a loss, the first year of your business is when you lose money. That's when you learn, when you grow. And that's when you find all the better ways, the loopholes. So I will ask about it, but I also don't really care that much if the cost comes on me as opposed to them,
Right,
right? So uh, I'm always willing to take that risk because I also know customer service for me and doing those little extra things. At the end of the day, they're always going to come back, right? And I
right.
know that once you taste it, you're going to love it. So uh, I
Okay. Well,
already know that, right? I'm so wing it, and it's not like I don't care so much about the money, and I think that's um, I want to survive. I want to live. So obviously, I don't want to be going in the hole all the time. But I also want to be able to uh, not give a crap, right? And
that's
if
right.
I'm always worrying about it, then I'm just manifesting more worry. But if I'm just like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I just get it out there, because it's not even always about the tea. It's my little messages. It's my little gifts. It's my little thank you things that. Uh, Allow people to say, "Hey, for one moment, I can do this." And I think that truly my job is to, um, yes, make a little bit of money here and there, but get the message out, right? We're planting seeds, and doesn't matter how far they go, but if I get them to the U.S. and to here and to there, I'll expand out wherever it is. I don't care. I just want to get it out there and see more people smiling, happy, and loving themselves. And it's either really good or really bad, and I guess we'll find out. When you-
I hear that. Okay, so let me get into some more of the comments. Some people have some stuff to say, and then we're gonna get to the next question. So, um, Elevate says, yes, because I did a giveaway and Australia was more than three products I wanted to give away. It was more than three products I want to give away. I said I'll do virtual. So basically, the end result, she's saying like she ended up having to do virtual gifts instead because the price was ridiculous.
Oh, because it was really high. But if
Yeah,
you're sending for a gift, it shouldn't have to. There's no tariff on a gift.
yeah. And Gina says she's in America, and she says the souvenirs were less than $5. So they went on a whenever they go on trips, they'll get little souvenirs, and then they have live games that they play, and then whoever wins, they whoever wins the they have these little duckies. I call them the ninja ducks, right? So whoever wins the ninja duck race,
Yeah.
Gina and Jason, they give away the souvenirs that they picked up, right? Really nice stuff. So she's saying that the souvenirs, they were $5 only, but it was $50 to ship. So exactly. And she was like, nope. So now for her, she doesn't ship to Canada. She just requests that, you know, only Americans, like if you know you're not in America and you win, just pass it on to somebody that is type thing. So again, but I mean, if you could afford to do it, go right ahead.
It's worth it to see. I also think that like I'm never gonna say no, just because at the end of the day, I've been told no way too many times, and I and I don't. It's we learn and we grow, but to me, it's like I'm tired of being told no. And I'm like, so it's like, I'm also that person that would be like, if that was that much of a struggle, then I would be like, okay, we'll figure it out. E-transfer me and I'll send it to you. Y'all ain't, we're not paying the government $500 when we don't need to, right? You send it as a gift or whatever. Like, there's always a way around it. We don't, if we have to be smart about it, we be smart.
I
Or
hear
the
that.
best thing to do is find someone in the US that carries your stuff, and then you ship them a whole bunch, one-time fee, and then they can send it out.
That's smart. I love that. So let me know how that worked out, okay? So I could follow
I
right
will let
behind
you
you.
know. You win it. We
Okay.
win it over here, but
So the
we'll
next
keep
question
it.
that the next question I have for you is, when did you realize that creativity was something you actually wanted to build your life around? Creativity and your teams.
Oh, it's been probably 7 years, 6 years. When I had Grace, I had to do everything by myself, and I couldn't work because she was premature, and you couldn't get daycare. They won't. It was just all kinds of craziness, and I'm like, why? I've always wanted to do side hustles. I've always had a job and a second job and a third job and a side hustle, and um, I've never sat still very long. I traveled with the carnival for 25 years. When I tell you I've done every job outside of the sun, I have. Literally, I have. But when I had Grace, the struggles, the medical things with COVID, it was just like I was tired of losing everything. I was tired of struggling. I was tired of working my butt up, and then uh, companies being like, "Well, that's too bad, right? COVID's here. This is a problem. We don't need you." You know, and it happened for everybody, so it wasn't like just me, but um, I just got tired of it, and I'm like, I've been doing all these side hustles, I've been working, building money, making money for all these other people. Why am I not doing it for myself? Why am I not focusing on where it needs to be? Because these same companies that are charging $500 for something small that doesn't need to be charged, you know, and are giving you half the information when I can go look up the information, find it, and share it, and give it to you for 100, and still make money, reasonable money. Um, I would much rather do that, right?
Right.
I believe people's their art and their things that they do should be whatever they decide to charge for it. So I'm never going to judge somebody on what their work is or what it's worth. I don't question people's value, but at the same time, um, we all know that our creations and our things, we get if we charge what the stores charge for the crap that they're giving us, um, we're just not happy, right? And the reason I support small businesses and I came into it is because I'm tired of giving it to Walmart for my stuff to fall apart. I'd rather buy something from you that I know is going to go to support you and your kids and boost your life, and that's going to help with the soccer games or the whatever, right? Invest more in your business. Where Walmart just we don't care what you got. No offense, Walmart, but offense kind of, right? Like,
Right.
you know. I want to boost a small guy. I can't. Sometimes do I have to shop at Walmart? Yeah, I'm on a budget. I can only do what I can do. So I'm never going to judge somebody, but every opportunity, I want to be supporting the person that's putting in that work every day and investing in themselves, right? Um, so, and I believe that that's eventually right now there's fear and everyone's trying to save money and everyone's trying to do all these things and it's a struggle, right? You want to support these people, but I can't afford $100 right now, right? And it's understandable. So you have to buy something at Walmart right now. Nobody's judging, but at the same time, we're like, we want to every chance we can get. If we start buying Christmas presents earlier and be a little more creative or innovative with them, we have lots of people here that are creative and that make amazing things. Um, that I'd much rather give them the money than Walmart, right? So that's my focus. Even if one small change, uh, our money is our energy, right? And if we direct our energy toward these companies that don't give a shit whether we live or die, you know, would you want to have that or build a connection with someone that's going to make something maybe custom for you or celebrate, your kid making it to high school and doing really well because they genuinely care, right? Walmart's never going to send you that letter. That's what I think about it.
Okay. Gina says carnival interesting. Welcome in Mr. Boss X. Allison, hello. She said hello. Um, Gina saying I was in Kenya and I want to go to Kenya. And Reza saying, hey Allison. Sorry, let me see if I missed anybody. Oh, hello, Surviving Men series. He says, oh, it's free today and awesome news. Glad you're getting some benefits out of this. Okay. And then we're gonna go to the next question. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I apologize if I did. Just retype it for me if I did. The next question, this part is focused more, these 8 questions are focused more on your tea business. So how did your tea become part of your creative and business journey?
It was my moment of calming, regulating my nervous system. When you go through trauma after trauma after trauma, there comes a point where everything is survival. It literally is live or die. And now it's not, but in your mind and how your body behaves and reacts to things, um, it is, right? So how do you trick your body into understanding I'm safe even when I'm still in the middle of chaos and everything's going crazy and life's falling apart? Um, how do you convince yourself that, right? And it was cathartic. And taking to me there was so much intention behind it and it's so kind of weird, but um, taking those fruit that were almost you were bumped or bruised or little beaten up but still had value, and to me it was like that was my life. You can beat me down, you can tear me apart, but I still have value. um, and it really taught me how, like, in those moments where I'm cutting the fruit and it sounds cheesy and I don't, but it is what it is. um, See, you still have value. You have value just like this, and you're going to make my tea and you're going to help me and you're going to go help other people. And yes, I speak this stuff. I talk to my fruits, talk to myself, I talk to my spirit team. People kind of laugh at me sometimes, but um, it was a space for me to understand that even no matter what, even if somebody doesn't see it, we all have value, right? Um, I had to teach myself literally how to regulate my nervous system. And that's why when it came to that point, and when I gave away the teas to my friends, I wrote these little notes with them because that's what, here, I'll read it. If you don't mind, I'll read it to you.
No, I don't
And
mind. This is your platform today.
I created this to invite you to be present in the moment. When we are truly here, our mind and body feel safe. Even for a small moment, you are out of survival mode. From this point, anything is possible. Focusing on the different flavors helps this process. For just a moment, be grateful for each flavor you notice. I'm grateful for the taste of lemon. I'm grateful that I'm able to taste the apple in here. I'm grateful that I'm able to taste the hint of melon. For just a moment, you get to be grateful. Chaos and negativity cannot exist in the same place as gratitude. From here, we can manifest, breathe, and soothe the nervous system. I hope it helps you as much as it has me. With all the best intentions and love, T. And that was a note that I gave my neighbors and my friends. And they were like, reading that was something like they actually would, because I gave that little note with it, they took that time and they took that breather and they got to feel for a moment that calm that I waited 42 years to find, right? So um, it's a small thing, it really is. And some people do it every day and some people are professionals. But when you start late, learning it, I'm a firm believer that once you learn there's a better way, you have to actively try to find that. And unfortunately, from the trauma and the chaos and all the things that I've been through in life, I didn't know there was a better way until, many years later. And seeing myself being anxious and upset all the time, and then it was affecting my daughter, and she was more chaotic, and the transitions, it was tough. And I'm like, that was me when I was little because we went through all this crap, right? And I didn't want my daughter to go through that. And I'm like, it has to stop now. So these moments, making the tea was the act of making the tea was so cathartic. It allowed me to calm my mind. So when I share it like that, yes, it's just tea, and yes, it's just fruits, and yes, it's just this, but it's also the act of being present, the act of speaking life and love into everything that I do, right? Talking to my fruits and saying, this is love, and you're going to be honored, and you're going to help somebody, somewhere, someday, you're going to help somebody, right? And understanding that. When we start speaking life, and if I can speak it into fruit and into this and into that and into this person, why couldn't I speak it into myself, right? So it seems like such a small thing, but in the moment of chaos and trauma and things, when you're at the space where you think you can't take anymore, that little active moment, that little thing that you do, uh, it changes your life. It actually gives you that moment to say, no, it doesn't matter how I got there. It doesn't matter how you get there. It doesn't matter how the neighbor gets there. What matters is you got there, right? So that's just it. The tea is the backbone. It's always going to be the backbone, and it's because it literally saved my life when I didn't know where I was going to go. My kid was the reason, but the making of the tea was the act that allowed me the space to say, we're not spiraling today. We're not gonna lose our stuff. We're not gonna lose it. We're gonna focus and one foot in front of the other, and we're gonna dream because we deserve to, right? So small thing, but a big ripple, if that makes sense.
And let me just read a few comments, and then I just want to say one thing for asking the next question. So, um, Gina says, "Great interview," and she also says, "I love that." For the affirmation note that you sent into your packages when you were reading that. And then Abaya is saying, "Hey, Nav, I'm here. Thank you so much." Okay, so before I even ask you the next question, first and foremost, I just want to say, like, I see you in the comment section giving people, your inspiration and your words of motivation and whatever. So I just want to say this to you. I think that you are an absolutely amazing person. And it's amazing when you're able to bring forth something amazing, especially when you're coming from chaos
Yeah,
and when you've experienced a lot of trauma, and for you to turn that around and make it something that is beautiful for somebody else to experience, especially when in a tea you're coming up with motivation, like, to inspire when you yourself was not inspired is a very amazing thing. And I just want to say that before I move on.
that
Okay.
made me tear up. That's the thing. And I talk about it in, like, if you watch some of my older content, and some of the newer content coming will be learning how to process and in motion, right? Which is the biggest thing. But one of the hardest parts of my journey was uh, I could crawl through the mud. I could go one step at a time. I could figure it out. I could just, the only thing I was good at was keep moving forward, right? But then the kindness was one of the hardest. And there's one, Miss Grace. I'm right here. I want my mommy. Don't do that to me. You come here. Um, it's the one that's called the kindness that breaks you open because you're used to the chaos, you're used to the trauma, you're used to the struggle. But then when people are actually kind to you, Oh, okay, careful.
It's okay if you want to hold her. You could hold her.
Yeah, well, she's
I,
just being a stud.
I know
Um,
YouTube is okay with children being in the thing as long as they're with a
yeah,
parent
that
and
was
whatever. So if you need to give her the attention while you're here, that's fine. You just hold her.
me.
We all know what it is like to have children. So don't worry about it. This is your space today, so you're free to do whatever.
Okay. Now go watch your cartoons. I love you. I know she loves. She's such a ham. Such a ham. But the kindness that breaks you open is what it's called in that episode, and the episode is meant because when you've given kindness, but you've never really had it, right? Sometimes it was like, how did I even know how to give it? Well, because we know what we would want so desperately. Um, but you never got it. And then when you do get it, you're like, what is this? I don't know what to do with it. I don't know how to accept it. And then you start taking it away and you start spiraling. And I don't know how to handle this. What do they want from me? What is going to happen? Waiting for the shoe to drop. And it turned it, I had no idea. Like, I really had no idea that was going to be a thing. And then when it happened, I'm melting it. I can talk about trauma I've been through. Someone to talk about hearing someone else's trauma will just rip my soul. I'm crying my eyes out. But
Right.
the when someone gives kindness, it's like I can't talk. I can talk about kindness that I give, but when I
It is
even
hard to reciprocate it.
when kindness is reciprocated, I'm like, and I'm a crying mess, and just, uh, still, right? And that was something, and I made sure I put that in there because people would start spiraling, and I know because I started to do it. They would spiral, and they would be like, "What? I don't deserve this. What's going on?" And it just comes into this whole thing where I'm beating myself up, and I'm spiraling because somebody's being kind to me. Um, so that was still kind of it was the hardest thing that I had to adjust for, and I had to for. Learning to receive when all you've ever done is give is it's wild. It's wild how it changes your mindset. It changes everything, and I talk about that because it still makes me emotional. I'm just a big suck, right?
Right.
And I truly, because I genuinely mean it. Don't think I listen. I'll cuss someone out quick if they get wrong. Uh, uh, I'm not all light and rainbows. I just believe that um, if you don't cross my boundaries and if you treat me the same way that I treat you, we're never going to have a problem. I don't care who you are, where you come from, what you do, right? So, most people that are genuine will always, this is what they get from me, right? This is always going to be that. But if you step wrong, like, I have no problem getting rude. I don't want to, but I will, right? So, um, a lot of people are like, they almost think that because I'm always happy and kind, that it's like they can just do what they want. And that, trust me, there'll be people that be like, "We learn quick. That's not what happens." But finding that balance um, doesn't mean that I can't be happy and kind and boost you up and support you and cheer you on because I love to do it. Um, and even if I'm mad at you, that doesn't mean I'm mad at you and I'm not going to cheer you on. I'm mad at you. Yeah, you made me mad. I'm telling you about yourself, and then 2 minutes later, you're like, "Can you help me with something?" I'm going to be like, "Oh yeah, okay," right? Because that's just we don't hold on to it. We learn to let it go, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a little weird, but I've been through when you've
No,
been
you're
through
you. You're novelty. You're unique. You're how you're
the
meant to be.
when you've been through the fire 1,000 times, there's not really anything that you can hold on to anymore. It's like, is it worth it? Do I want to hold myself back or do I want to just keep moving forward and be happy? Right. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't know where I'm going from here, but that's where I'm at.
I love that. Um,
I, you have to put,
Elevate says yes, yes, yes. It's very hard. Um, okay, and then greetings, and then Gina says we love the kids, and Elevate says yes, and Elevate says I love this interview. So some really good positive feedback. Thank you guys so much. It means you're doing excellent.
I'm a teaser like this all day, even when you see me. Uh, and it's funny because even the moms at like my daughter's school, they're like, "Hi, Smiley," and I'm like, there comes a stage in your life where you're like, I'm not rich. I don't. I'm just doing what I love, and I'm sharing it. And what's not to smile about? The only one that gets to yell at me these days is this kid. And
It's
she's
always it's always the kids. It's always the kids.
when we're
They
done. But
they bring out your joy, your pain, and everything in between.
they do that all of the.
We understand the kids. Okay, so the next question that I have for you is from your blends, right? I don't know if you have a favorite one or a bestseller, but what's something about running a product based business? Sorry, I missed a question. Hold on a second. That's not what I was asking. Hold on one quick second. Oh, yeah, this is it. Can you walk us through the intention and the meaning of those tea blends?
Yeah. So of course the gratitude tea was the backbone, like I talk about, and this is it's all the different fruits. It's got a little bit of cinnamon in it. It has ginger. It has lemon. It has all of the good stuff. Um, and the intention was I just started mixing it. What tastes good, and that's how like it's how I calm my nervous system because when I'm compiling it and putting mixing everything together, I had to sit and I just see what I could taste, and I could, um, what is this I'm tasting? What is that I'm tasting? And so it forced me to be present, right? It's the cheesiest thing, but so that's why the gratitude is always going to be my favorite. But the intention I put behind everyone, the helping hand one is for when you're sick, right? It's that uh, it actually has so many healing properties because eventually I want to take herbology. I already like am I'm YouTube, no, like I've learned through YouTube and all kinds of other things, lots of research. But I mean, I don't have the qualifications, right? Like I don't have the certificate and all that stuff. But I have lots of knowledge, lots of experience. From dandelion tea to all of the things. I make tinctures, which is like your vitamins, but it's the best way to put it. It's like a vitamin, but it's straight dose. And I only make them with glycerin because I make sure they're kid friendly. So, and because people who suffer with addiction and struggles like that, all those tinctures are made with alcohol, and I don't ever want to put somebody in that. Um, unthinking, right? They think they're taking a tincture and all of a sudden they're taking alcohol because it's in there. I believe I want it to be for everyone. I'm a certified herbalist. That's fantastic. I just saw it in the comments. Abide. I'll be following you. I'll be following everybody. But,
Abide
um,
is like you. She's a jack of all trades.
yes,
So actually, so is Gina.
and I love that. And uh, that's my passion, right? And as long as I'm learning, but the helping hand is lemon, a little bit of lime, but it's mostly lemon, ginger, tons and tons of ginger in there, turmeric and chamomile. It's very simple. Um, the only one with a complicated label is the gratitude tea, and that's just because I mix so much fruit in there. But there's no anything but fruit and chamomile tea, right? And then the antioxidants in the sleepy time tea. Again, I really looked in. There's passion flower, and I can't think of the other name right now. I don't know why it's not fail me, but there's another one, another herb that's a lot for helping you sleep.
Right.
My brain's not picking it up right now, but lavender obviously is calming, so is
Mhm.
chamomile, and then passion flower is the one that lets you sleep but not wake up feeling kind of heavy. It's much
Right.
lighter, so it's a smoother go to sleep. And then I mix blueberries and strawberries with it too because well, flavor. And oh, there's a little bit of peppermint, just a small little bit of peppermint.
Right.
Um, but the flavor and the antioxidants in the blueberries and the strawberries really are helpful. So like I balance the flavors. I focused on the flavors, but then I and then the apple cinnamon is just the junk food, the one that you feed the kids and they're happy about it. I don't post about it. I just like to learn. Well, you'd better start posting. I need but yeah, it's just the apple cinnamon is literally it's apples, cinnamon, and lemongrass. It's very simple. I try to keep everything as simple as can be. There's a little bit of beetroot in. the gratitude tea and the cinnamon one is the color, and it's a grounding. It's a root vegetable, so those are great for grounding, right? And when you're trying to ground your body and get centered, all of the root vegetables are great for grounding yourself and calming your nervous system. So I did a lot of research, and of course, I taste tested a lot. So for the apple cinnamon, I decided that was the best one for the kids, and then I made them. Which will come at some point. They're the same two, the helping hand and the apple cinnamon, but I made it so that I add them into the honey, so the honey's already in. So I called it the lemon drop for the kids. So when your kids won't drink the tea or won't take the cough syrup, you can give them that, and it will really help soothe their throats and make them feel better. But it's already got the honey in, so it's nice and sweet. So I'm still deciding on whether I want to put that out and sell it or just give it a little recipe and let them do it at home, right? But I put a lot of attention into my teas, a lot of research, and a lot of taste testing. So I know it's good. And I got the kid approved for the apple cinnamon. Well, for all of them. She likes all of them. The only one I haven't given her is the sleepy time, even though I should.
Ooh, and there's actually a few people in the community that does tea. Like I don't know if you met tea time.
No, I might have just started following. I met a lot of people, like a lot of new profiles. I'm still trying to get through everybody. If I don't,
Yeah.
I will know you very soon.
Well, if normally like she comes around, like you'll see her around and whatever. So whenever we buck heads, all three of us, I'll say, "Hey, this is tea time." Talking about
Yeah.
she has a wonderful channel. I'll send it to you as well. She's in Jamaica and she specializes in teas as well from back home and different bushes and stuff like that.
Oh,
Let
awesome.
me just get to some comments right quick. Thank you guys for everyone that's coming in. Elevate says, "No, you are not," and that was earlier when you said a little weird. So that was what that was towards. We're getting some thumbs up, and you already read. Vibe saying she's a herbalist. She says it's great to know. It always comes in handy. And she says I don't post about it. I just like to learn what I like to learn. So you see, you guys already have some stuff in common. Yeah, see. And she says I will tell you where to go online to get your certification. And then
It's a little different. There's lots of American places, but Canada, it's not as easy.
okay, so well, it when once she gives you the information, look and find it. You never know till you look and try.
Oh, look.
You might be
Oh,
surprised. Hello, TT. And TT says, hi, Nov, and hi, creativity. And then we're getting some hearts. She says, do you have a garden? Sorry, Abide is asking if you have a garden.
do I have a garden?
Yes.
Not yet. That is the dream. That is the only thing I want in this whole world. My big dream is to have my own little piece of property that I can build a house on. If the house already built, renovate, have my own garden, my own little slice of the planet that I can just um, do that. I can grow my own fruits and vegetables and flowers and plants and everything. I'm down to live off the land and get off the internet and just live quietly my whole life. But to get there, I have to build, and I'm going to make enough money to buy a place. So,
As
yeah,
you should, as you
that's
speak it
how
into existence. Okay. I think I caught up on the comments. So the next question I have for you is, how do you want people to feel when they sip your tea?
I want them to feel present. I want them to breathe for 2 minutes, for 30 seconds, for that initial smell. If you do nothing else through the whole time, I want you to just breathe and just say, ah, that feels good, right? For 2 minutes, just I'm safe here now. Nothing can hurt me. No matter what's going on outside in this world, in this very moment, I'm safe. This smells good. It tastes good. It's warm. It's like a hug, right? Uh, just for a moment, be present and then let your mind drift off. What could you do? What would you want to do if the universe 1000% supported you? You knew you couldn't get it wrong. What would you do? Just ask yourself simple little questions and dream big and then dream bigger. And every time you can breathe just for another minute, dream bigger again. Don't be afraid. Dream, right? It's
Right.
just that moment nobody can take from you. Nobody can ever take that from you. And that's I'm such a cheeser, but I can't help it. It's that I know what I started with that and I dreamt it and am I rich yet? No, but I will be. I will be because I know in those moments I dreamt about the content. I thought about what I wanted. I prioritized. I found the next step. I didn't have all the answers, but I found the next step and then the next step and the next step. And we're here and who knows what tomorrow brings. But I know no matter what it is, I'm always building, I'm always growing, and everything I make from this point I'm 1,000% positive. It's made with all of my love, with all of my intention. And when I give it to somebody, I know wholeheartedly that I'm giving them a piece of love, a piece of something that somebody created and took time and effort to. As does any creator when they make something, right? That's my content that I post all the time, the little pictures, the little voiceovers. That's my voice. I go on and I say those things. Um, I don't. AI helps me create the pictures, but I have to tell it what I want it to make because I'm not that talented to draw. But the feeling, what I'm looking for, all of those things, I put a lot of time and attention into it. So being present creates a big space to do a lot of cool things, just like you with your thumbnails. And I'm telling you, I don't know how to do it yet. I'm not that good, but I see it and it's impressive. Those things are because you do it all the time. And it's so when you do something like that so naturally all the time, you're like, man, it's whatever. But to someone like me who has not done that, it's not only impressive, but it's a knowledge and a skill that you already have um, that you share all the time. You're talking about it, you help others. Uh, and that's what I mean. Like when we take those times to connect and learn, look what we can do, right? We work together and everybody gets to learn and build and grow. Yeah. That's where I'm at.
Love that.
She's too
Okay.
quiet.
Abide said that she's almost pretty certain that you're able to do the course here in Canada because she says something about seeing it in London too. I'm just s-
Oh,
repeating from what I remember seeing on the comments, so you might have to scroll up and see.
London, Ontario. Yeah.
Might have to scroll up and see. I took a quick glimpse. I didn't really want to take up too much focus from your explanation.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, I caught up on all, and then everybody's just saying hi. So the next question that I have for you is, what does the tea making or the sourcing process look like for you?
The sourcing process?
Yeah, like, well, you say you make your tea, so I guess there is no sourcing process. Well, you did say there's a few herbs that you'll get from other places, but what does
Well,
the tea making process look for you?
so I well, I do source my herbs, right? Because I can't grow them. I don't have a space. I would love to, but I use Star West botanicals and mountain rose herbs. I think but they're very qualified companies. I think both of them are in the U.S. There's one Canadian company, but they're hit or miss with they have them, and I just find that they have been fantastic. Every time I get stuff from them, it's quality, and they are a bigger business, but they're smaller, and they're smaller as in, you know, they grow all their own stuff, and they like they're not just shipping it and transporting it; they grow it. And then again, my fruits, like I said, um, I buy them off the reduce shelf, and it started that way. And I'm still looking to branch out, but I'm torn between the do I want to branch out to farmers and stuff? And I do eventually, no matter what, once I'm making enough money. But do I want to branch out into that now, or do I want to keep giving these bumped and bruised fruits a second life, right? Because I don't want to take from that value. But when I start making enough money, where I can connect and buy bulk from farmers. I want to buy direct, right? The idea is to build those
Right.
relationships. So sourcing is kind of right now, it's not extreme, but it's also something that I really do prioritize, right? I want to make sure that there's a meaning to what I'm doing, and um, until I can connect and find those direct connections, I want to stick with what I'm doing. But I'm always looking for that connection, like my apples and the oranges and things like that. I would like to go directly to the farm and give them that money instead of giving it to the grocery store and then they only get half, right? So
Right.
we're working towards that.
Well, hopefully, and I know everything is in God's timing and stuff like that. And hopefully, by doing this interview, the right people will be able to connect. Like people will reach out and say, "Hey, we heard you on the interview. You were looking for us. We got you."
Yeah. Well,
you
that's
know that. Yeah, that's
networking is a big thing, and it's always comes when you least expect it, right? Um, I always find it hard to go selling yourself, if that makes sense. You want me to tell you all the amazingness about me. I don't even know all the amazingness about me yet, right? Like I'm trying to figure it out. So, but when people see that and they just see you being yourself and they say, "Oh, I could help with that. Oh, that's something that I'm really good at. So maybe I could help with that." Just like how you were like, "Oh, I would love to do the interview." Like, was it something that I would have thought of? Probably not, right? But at the same time, I was like, I seen the way you were doing it with other people, and they're genuine questions, open-hearted. Look at her back there. And you're asking real questions. You're not. It's not. You want to know you're genuine. So those kind of networking, those skills, those things are what create those connections. Don't worry. They create those connections, and you don't quite understand it. Um, it's just surprising how things kind of lead from one path to the other. All right, you have to be quiet so I can hear. You're wild.
she's having a time.
Okay.
Back to the background now. I'm here, but working. Okay, thank you. And Gina, I don't know if you already left, but Gina was saying, so long. She finished work now, so she's ready to head on home and stuff. So she was saying, great interview, and she'll talk to us another time. But yeah, honestly, when I did this, not to cut again from the interview, but part of the reason why I sat down and I started to like, because I always wanted to do an interview from ever since I've known myself. Even before even coming on YouTube years ago, like I did have some friends. We were supposed to do a podcast, an interview podcast, and it kept on coming around, but it never happened. And
Yeah.
then when I did come on in YouTube, like I had so much anxiety and stuff, so I was like, I can't do all of this. I didn't think about live, but
Yeah.
over time, as I got more comfortable, I started to realize, I'm like, what do I want to bring to my channel? Like, you know what I mean? I do want to have my channel to be more business based. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I always don't always have the energy to be doing a lot of stuff with my stuff. I'm like, how can I do it? And then I thought, like, how can I also help people?
Mhm.
And I wanted to do something that I could help people to explain, like, to bring out the best in their crafting or their business. Because
Mhm.
I thought about that because I'm like, me personally as an entrepreneur, I always felt like, it might not feel authentic to other people if I was to just, I'm like, hey, you guys, like, I am a great business. This is what I'm about. And just, sell yourself
Mhm.
because people might be looking like, who asked you? So
Sure.
like I think about these things, right? So I'm like, how can I bring that out for everybody else?
Yeah.
So they're telling their story and they're
Mhm.
telling who they are, what their business is about, what their craft is about, etc., without making it seem like they're overselling themselves because they're being asked. It's an
Mhm.
interview, right? And so that's why, like, if everybody that's watching this will notice, like, from past and for future ones, like all my questions, I make sure that I do my local research as much as I can, and they are specific to the person I'm interviewing. It's not like, like I do have a few questions at the end, which is going to be like a token random, like not like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a classic novelty corners question that I ask everybody. Like, but
Mhm.
majority of the questions is based on you and what you're doing because I want you to show the world who you are. I want them to hear about you. I want
Yeah.
them to get an idea, like, of what it is you're bringing to the table. And also because I know this is going to be on YouTube forever. So as long as you're doing your thing, anybody's able to come. see it and pick up. And I'm doing my legwork, so I'm making sure I'm growing my channel, right? So as I grow, so hopefully like everybody else that I interview and everybody part of the community is also gonna grow, right? Because people are gonna see it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yes.
and you're genuine. You don't just ask basic questions. You do. You take the time, which is really important because anyone can just be like, "Oh yeah, just tell me what it is, lay it out." But you take the time, you ask questions, and you're asking genuine questions, and then you listen for them to answer. Those key things make a difference. And when you do have your interviews, that's what's going to excel you farther from many others because taking that time, hearing people's stories, shows also your character, right? Like who you are as a human, and that is essentially where you shine, right? You're like um, you don't have to explain yourself because you people see it in how you act and how you behave and how you treat other people. When that walks in before you walk into a room, you're winning. You're always winning. So um, you're gonna do very well here. You're always gonna do well. And um, I've also seen that on the spectrum, you don't have to have 5,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers. You just have a genuine interest, and you're asking wherever you come from, whatever part of the spectrum you're on. You're genuine. You ask those questions, so that's something you should be very proud of, and it makes me happy coming on. That's why I was excited to come on because I was watching the other ones you did, and the questions they weren't just half-assed, right? Like you were genuinely
I
asking.
have plenty more. So
Myself,
I said, and there's still plenty more. It's not finished.
okay, I got time.
I'm glad. Thank you so much. I'm honestly like I'm more grateful for everyone that's coming up and everyone that allows me to spread my wings and you know what I mean, do my interview because none of y'all didn't have to. Y'all could have been like yes and then ignored me or just said no word after that. But you
Yeah.
guys said yes and you guys showed up. So
In a minute. Me,
kudos to
I'm.
you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get into the next question. I didn't see any comments. Okay, great. So it's just everybody talking to everybody. Thank you, Raj. Rest I'm still here. So the next one that I have for you is how do you balance because you just recently started your YouTube channel. You have your tea going on, you're a mother. So how do you balance all of that with you know your new ventures?
Very, very, very carefully. Right. I'm just now trying to find, I'm creating that space as things started to expand. And then, of course, um, my daughter has some struggles, learning struggles. We've been trying to get back and forth with the doctors, trying to find the pathway, what's working, diagnosis. So, as you know, when you wait, hurry up and wait, and then everything happens at once. Uh, and for me, when everything was falling apart, man, it was falling apart. But no, I'm talking. That's not how we behave, and you know that. One, I'm gonna give you a surprise in a second. You know we don't do that, right? She's like, "Mama." But so okay, but I'm talking. She's gonna drive me crazy. Um, yeah, finding that balance is still a struggle. It's a struggle every day, and when I take her to school, I get up in the morning, I take her to school. It's always good to start your day with a moment, but I'd be lying to you if I told you that's what happened because I don't get that moment until she's off to school. And then, I've already been up an hour going. So, don't do that, Grace. So, and then she's extra clingy a lot. She has her own struggles. And because I've been her only stability, uh, there's no free time. There's no moments, right? So in the morning when she goes to school, I make sure I make an effort to that, to sit there and take the time. Now I'm starting to get into, hey, it's time to start exercising, get back in, get my butt in shape. The things that I'm trying to do is I've had to learn to one thing at a time, right? And I have to master that. I have to get used to it. I have to get it in, and no matter what, this is what's going to happen. Okay, we got that in there. Maybe we can squeeze in a 10-minute this, a 5-minute this. but only one at a time. And I've also learned to give myself grace. Literally, when things fail and all things are going all kinds of crazy and everything's gotta happen at once, and I don't do something perfectly, and I stop and grab a Big Mac because I don't want to. I can't cook because I'm tired. I'm not. Before I would beat myself up and I would be like, "Oh, how are you doing this?" Um, and I didn't realize until even recently when um, doing a business program, having to do all that learning, and then build my website. I've never done any of that stuff, so I had to do it all like completely from scratch and had no idea how to do it. Um, and when I was doing all those things, I'm trying to find that balance. And then they ask me, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "This and this and this and this," and they're like, "What?" Like they're looking at me like, and I'm like, what? Like I didn't understand because I only know workaholic. I don't know. Um, I'm learning, right? I am learning, but I've had to force myself because the my balance is not a lot of other people's balance, and I used to punish myself a lot because I can't meditate. Me and meditation are like and I always say, close your eyes those 2 minutes. And that's why I talk about it just like that because I can shut my mind up and do autopilot and do dishes and something else. And still, that's my meditation period, right? Um, I learned not to judge what my balance is or compare it to somebody else. I learned how I find it is how I find it. Um, and if somebody can meditate for 20 minutes or an hour, that's fantastic. I'm not going to judge you. I'm jealous, but in a good way, right?
Right.
But I've just learned that those 2 minutes. And when I'm overworking, the way I balance is if I'm doing a lot of stuff at the computer and it's too overwhelming and I'm getting crazy, I stop doing that and I get up and I cut up fruits and vegetables. I do the movement. I found a way to make my balance my to make my overworking, which should not be, still shouldn't be. I'm still working on it, but I learned to balance my overworking with um, instead of where it weighs me down and it's painful and stressful. I do this, switch it up, do this, come back to this, and I don't punish myself. And on Saturdays, I sit on my butt with my kid and we watch movies. And sometimes I'll go on YouTube or something, but we do nothing. I've forced myself. One day, don't care what it is, we do nothing. It's junk food for lunch or dinner. Where like it's just um, I had to force it into that. Right, come summer, it will be more active, but um, my balance is not judging myself and giving myself grace in the time when I should be more balanced, but not punishing myself because I know how to get back to that place and I'm not beating myself up. And I'm understanding that it's just me. So uh, at the end of the day, no, I don't want to do those dishes, but I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. So yeah, we want to be lazy, but get up and do the damn dishes, right? So that's how my balance is still kind of out of balance, but we're getting there. But I'm not punishing myself along the way, and that's the most important part. So, and your balance and somebody else's balance could be different. We don't compare that. We just say you're doing what you can. If there's something I can do to help, I will always help. And if you tell me, nope, can't be bothered, don't bother me, it's on you, right? The offer's there, but learning that balance is really it's a work in progress. A work in progress.
I love that. And honestly, I'm happy that you said it that way because I feel like as an entrepreneur and as a single parent, like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's something that we always find a struggle in terms of, like, when it comes to boundaries, setting boundaries and limitations, and even showing ourselves gratitude. I feel like that's something we often find, like, you know what I mean? It's hard for us to find the balance or even like a starting point when it comes to that.
What is the balance? Really, what is it? Because it's the balance could be great one day and then be just absolute chaos for 2 weeks, right? So,
Exactly.
and are you going to punish yourself? No, because you got to worry about your kids. You got to worry about that. somewhere along that way, we're in that 2 weeks of chaos. We're gonna make sure we find some space, even if it's 2 minutes. If it's locking ourselves in the bathroom for 5 minutes to just close our eyes. Happy Mother's Day, you hear?
Exactly.
We do whatever we
It
can.
is, but I'm glad. I'm really happy you said that because at least for anybody that's watching this and for anyone that's going to watch this that's struggling with this, right? Or feel like if they're doing these things it's abnormal or it's a crime against themselves, like they get to know that, they're not the only person. Like a lot of us out here struggling with that and we're taking our little baby steps and, trying to make big changes out of it. So
A million baby steps. Listen, I'm telling you all day long. And that's all I talk about really is one step at a time, and it doesn't matter. And don't compare. I don't like the biggest thief of joy is comparison. The only person you ever compare yourself to is the person you were the day before. Um,
mhm,
because how are you going to compare? Oranges and apples don't compare, right? And because
correct.
you're a unique person and how you do something doesn't make you better or worse than anybody. Do not rob yourself of that joy. It will hinder you and it will beat you up and it will burn you every single day. Um, so just be yourself, and how you do it is just exactly the way it's supposed to be done, and that's it. And if you can do better, then you try to do better. But it's you. It's your own personal journey. It's not anybody else's. Don't let anybody tell you any different. What you feel is right is what's right. Period.
Yes, I love
Mhm.
that. Hello, everyone coming in. And for those that's new here, welcome to Novelty's Corner, where we interview entrepreneurs, creatives, gamers, and newly added to the list, content creators, because why not? They are entrepreneurs as well, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get into. Oh, and how rude of me. Our guest of honor, you want to let the people know who you are and where to find you real quickly before we continue with the next question?
I'm Tiffany. I'm from Creatively Guided. That's my website. Also, my YouTube channel is Creativity Guides Me. That's where you can find my teas, my tinctures, my handmade art and stuff. And then my YouTube is my content, which is almost always going to be about self love, healing, and finding the balance, um, transmuting pain into power, and understanding that we all have the power to do it. So, I'm a whole bunch of all kinds of different things. I don't box myself into one box, but I will surely boost you up out of your box all day. We're not doing limits anymore. We lived in limits for so long. There's no ceiling. We'll figure it out. We keep going.
Love that. Okay, so let's get into the next question. So the next question is about your brand at aesthetics. So, how does your artistry influence your packaging, branding, and your overall vibe?
Well, I'm not there yet. I am. I'm looking into finding some shipping boxes and cartons and then having them printed. Also, I'm uh, in process of ordering the mugs so we can do the mugs and the t-shirts and all the cool swag so we can do gifts and stuff. But I started small, and as you can see, it was just a small little printer. Um, and I had to start small. Now the packaging, the jars again. We this is what we started with, and it's going to turn into those sealable packages because they're easier for shipment, easier for storage, and my branding. I actually drew not as beautifully as this, but I was drawing it. You know when you're having those dreams and you just keep seeing the symbol, and I kept seeing Saturn, and it was just always floating far. Like no matter what was going on in my dream, it was always out there. And then I started drawing it, and I didn't know why I was drawing it or what it meant. And uh, then I was like, I didn't even know what the name was gonna be, and I don't know why it stuck to me like it did, but I drew it, and I was literally drawing the creativity, creatively, and then I'm like, okay, what am I doing with this? Like, it's like I fluked my way into it, I was dreaming I'm doodling, and I'm like, oh, I really like that. And then, of course, I couldn't translate it onto the computer as well, so I had to. But it looks far better on the computer than it did my drawing. I promise. Um, yeah, I fluked my way into it. But I dreamt it. So at the same time, it was meant. It was meant to way out in Saturn, I guess. My dreams were way far away, but I was bringing them home. So I just think that it was meant to be because if I was dreaming it constantly, there was a reason for it. So I didn't know it was going to end up being this, but yeah, it just kind of it was there for a reason. So
As it should be. They always say like the if such and such was a person, so for you it'd be like if follow your dream was a person. You. It's
I
a good
mean,
look. Okay, I don't see any questions, so we're gonna move to the next one. I don't see any questions in the comment section, so we're gonna move to the next one. Um, oh, and before I do move on in terms of the packaging, so like I love me some Canva. I don't know if you use Canva, but
the only thing I know how to use.
well, yeah, so you can create your packaging off Canva and their shipping is fairly well because a lot of times like I wish I had brought some stuff around here. I create a lot of stuff. I create calendars for myself every year. Maybe next time I'm on my own personal live, I will show the calendar that I created. I created one this year, but I didn't print it out. Um, but yeah, you could create your shipping labels, right, on Canva, very, very easy, and then you can have them send it to you. And for me, I don't know, I think Canva is a good price. Like, you know what I mean? And you could also try Avery.ca. So
See, I
AVERY.ca for
can
your
use
packaging.
Canva Pro, but I didn't know what I want to do is get, I guess it would be just a label I would stick on the box because I have the label maker and all the stuff. I don't know how it works. I haven't tried, but I've made pamphlets on there. I've made my ads, my guided journal that you can buy on my website is a PDF, so you can download it right away. I created that on Canva, and um, my short novel. It's a reflection story, kind of a life story when the villain meant well. It's definitely not an autobiography, but it is small parts of it, learning how to transmute. I do that on Canva. The shipping stuff, I've not figured out, and I didn't know they did that. So I'm actually gonna have to really check that out. And you should do some videos on that because then you can teach me something.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a poll because I thought about it yesterday, but it's just been extra busy for me for the past couple of days. But I said I'm gonna make a poll and see what people would like me, what kind of Canva tutorials everyone would like for me to show this year. I'm gonna post the question up on my community tab and then work with that because a lot of people are requesting more Canva, and I didn't even think that it was gonna be a big thing like that, or people will be requesting Canva tutorials from me because I'm not an expert. I just kind of do what I know. Hey Amanda, thank you for coming in. But yeah, I'll whatever, just put it in the I'll post it and then just put it in the comment section so that way I know like okay, this is
Oh, there's
you know what I
lots.
mean?
I'm telling you, just the thumbnails. Like when I came to the thing and I saw the thumbnail for our live, I was like, that's beautiful. Like, I why can't I make stuff like that? So, it doesn't like it's not about getting it done exactly the same. It's I don't even know how to do it right. So that knowledge is you allow people the space to learn, and sharing that is always going to be beneficial, right? Because and when and you're sharing it, all the people that know a little bit more will always, if you did this, right? Like they'll add that in the comments. So you give everyone a space to say, this is what I know. If you're willing to help and add to it, I'm more than willing to hear it.
Right.
And that's how we create masterpieces, I think.
Thank you. And thank you for everyone coming in and thank you for everyone that's been liking the live. It's really, really appreciated. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question I have for you is how important do you think storytelling will be in your future presentations or even within your tea branding?
It is. If you haven't noticed, I like to talk. So um, I've lived a life of crazy, just absolute crazy. Storytelling is, if you saw the content that I'm working on right now, that I've been it's just it's like the next 3 months worth of content. But it's because and not for YouTube or the talking. I do the talking points kind of as I go. Um, I take my notes and I do like all of the things that I got to do, but the actual pictures and the headlines and the captions, um, it's about telling the story. And if you go back to all my old content, the pictures and all that, each one is a story of the next step. It's a story of movement, how the pictures go, how it transforms into this. And I believe that storytelling is one of the greatest methods in the whole world, to help somebody because, for one, you get to know their story. Where, and that's my struggle because my story is uh, pretty extreme. And if I was to actually tell the things, I would probably traumatize people. And that's where we get to the space where learning to tell the story, um, without trauma dumping and without, because it's empowerment, right? It's well, when we've overcome it, we've already mastered it. Learning how to do that. And I came from a space where when I know how bad my life was by, the things that you say, you're so, I don't want to say careless, but it's just so normal. And then when you look at someone's face and they're like, right, like you could just tell that they're, you're like, oh crap, maybe that's not normal. I don't know. So, but it took a long time to understand that. So, uh, when you learn to tell the story, are you okay? My kid's trying to
You
die.
could take a minute if you want.
Okay, drink again.
That's a center if you need to.
Drink at the same time. This is my child. Are you okay? Grace,
Amanda.
hold on one
Yeah, go
second.
ahead, go ahead. I'll talk to the audience. Thank you, Manda. Manda, you should come up next because now you have your big business arona. So next when you have time. If you want to. If you want to. I know that you say you're not ready or whatever, but if you want to, and don't have to be no. Could all be like 2 months down the line, 6 months down the line, girl. You know. We always gonna be here. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm doing this. And honestly, I feel like the more I do it, the more I start to interview people, the more people speak about their business and get more comfortable, is actually the more I get comfortable. And, so thank you so much
Sorry.
again. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's trying to drown herself, and then instead of, you know, trying to spit it out, she decides, "I'm gonna try and drink more." So that's, yeah, fun, super fun. She's breathing. She's good. She's smiling. Oh, she's a ham, and she used to do that to me all the time. She would fake choke. So sometimes I literally have to wait for a moment and make sure she's actually
Yeah,
doing it.
actually, yeah, something's happening.
Yeah. So
Kids, oh my gosh, they're such characters. They're such
yeah,
characters.
can't wait till she grows up. But then I'm like, yes, I can. I don't want that. So finding that balance too sucks.
It's so funny. Somebody just came back and reclaimed their like. Well, thank you at least for the moment that it was here. I appreciate it anyway. But anyway, let's move on with the next question. Um, what role does intention or mindfulness play in your creative process?
Oh, the whole it's the whole thing. Being present, that those small moments are what that's why I talk about the storytelling. That's why I talk about, because to understand those moments of overcoming came from that small moment of, it's going to be okay, it's okay, what could I do, the 2 minutes, the 3 minutes here. And trust me, there was many times where I had to lock myself in the bathroom, sit on the other side of the door and cry until I couldn't cry anymore, because I had no idea what to do, where to go, what was going to happen. And but for those moments, uh, I knew I was safe. I knew everything was good. Um, even in the chaos, that like that little moment gives you a space to breathe. And it doesn't matter how much it is, what it's doing, whether it's sitting with a tea, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's leaning up against a tree. It gives you that moment to dream. Be brave up first. What does that
You're
mean?
reading that too. I was there laughing at that. I didn't want to interrupt you though. Take your time, Amanda. I had a whole year to brave up to be able to come on live, so don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Um, okay, I love that. Okay, so my
You know,
next question for you is, why did you choose YouTube as a platform to share your journey?
I'm listening. Hold on one sec. We have an agreement, right?
Yeah,
And you need to
I'm
understand.
still reading this comment and I'm over here killing over it. I want I was saying not to let me brave up first.
All right. What was the question? I'm sorry.
It's okay. The question is, why did you choose YouTube as a platform to share your journey?
So I've been doing it on TikTok for quite some time, and I think I have like 7,000 followers or something there. I've got a few, but what I found is the people there were very like yeah they're following you, but
Engaging.
they're not showing up. They're not. Some do like, but for the most part, why are you crying? So go get your kitty.
Mhm.
You fake crying into the mirror of my phone. Oh, my kid is
She wants to
here.
see what she looks like. She's gonna be an actress.
Oh,
Let her
she's
perform.
not with this child. She breaks my heart. Why are you crying? And then I look and she's not even crying. She's got the lip pouted up. Yeah, I don't. Sorry, I don't remember what the question was.
I'm sorry, hold on. The question was, how did you choose YouTube as a platform to share your journey?
Uh, there's more. I can't. So of course, because I talk a lot and my content is longer because it takes more intense connection, right? It takes the moment where everyone wants everything in 30 seconds, and I'm sorry, but as much as I would love to put everything in 30 seconds, it's not going to happen. So it allows me more of a space, and I'm finding that the creators that I follow and the ones that I am liking to follow are there's more depth, I think. There's like TikTok's okay too. They got some really good people, but I think that there's more depth. There's more support. Um, and when the people here support you, they genuinely support you. They'll show up to your lives.
Right.
They'll just do the things that they can to support you, right? You're boosting other people, and um, they're more likely to want to boost you up and support you as opposed to just fly by, right? At least that's what I've noticed anyway.
Yeah. I feel so too. Because I feel it feels more like homely on YouTube for me compared to other platforms. Um, and the people here I feel are more oh, here comes YouTube. I see it chipping in and out now. Every time I always tell people this, like I don't know why with my platform it does this. And especially as soon as I hit like the 2 hour mark and it does that whole reset thing, because it does that when you're here for 2 hours, it resets and then it starts to act up. But I'm hoping that we could get through this. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's just I agree with what you're saying because I do like the environment over here and the hospitality that you receive over on YouTube. I do find because I've been on live on Instagram, I've been on live on Facebook, I've been on live on TikTok, and even with all of that, like I was still very nervous. Like I didn't do it too long, and then like when I came here, like that was like radioactive to me because like oh my gosh those other places wasn't that great, like I don't want to go on here and stuff, but I'm here like as often as possible and I'm here doing interviews now, whereas if it was for like the other platforms I don't think I would reach this far.
The funny
If the
thing,
comfort's not there.
Facebook is my family, like my real deal family, and friends, workmates, people I've traveled with for 25 years on the carnival. Like, uh, these are the people that you would think would be the ones that most support you, right? Like,
Yeah,
um, uh, I thought that I would do well there, and in fact, I found out that it was far worse. Right? That was a hard lesson to learn, right? That um, the people that support you most are 99.9% of the time going to be strangers, and that's
that's
weird.
facts.
Okay, I have uh 1,500, may I don't remember anymore. I got rid of a whole bunch, but I think I have like 2,000, 1,500 people on Facebook, and I can tell you that I know and have worked with almost every one of them at some point. Like, I personally know them for the most part. Uh, and I do my posts and everything, and about six people out of all of my Facebook friends will share my posts or show up, which that was a hard hit. That was something that was, even though I knew it because I had to overcome the trauma and the chaos and all the stuff, I just thought, man, because I'm a supporter, right? And if you have a small business, I'm going to boost you up. If you have a post that's talking, I'm going to share it because I'm not on Facebook all the time, but when I'm there, I'm going to always celebrate. Uh, And if you're winning and I'm losing, I'm still going to celebrate you because just because I'm struggling doesn't mean you don't deserve to win, right? So uh, it was a hard hit when nobody was support. Uh, and when you get a bigger base and more support from strangers than you do from the people that are supposed to genuinely care, that's a hard one to kind of assess and move past. So I mean, we're good, but um, it's a learning curve, right? Because you're like, why would they not want to support me? Why would they, what am I doing wrong? And instead, it's like, no, they're missing out. They're losing, and they will come around. But when they come around, you're already winning, and then it's their loss, right? Because they lost out on the chance to watch and support you and celebrate your growth and your journey. They just want the winning end, right? They want the winning end and they want to show up there. And that's kind of those are the people we're not carrying anymore. We're carrying the people that want to celebrate us, and then want to boost and be boosted in turn, right?
Right.
Reciprocity. That's my word for the year. That's my word for the year.
That's amazing. I don't use it. I don't too use Facebook either, Amanda, too well because too much going on. That's why we're saying that right here, this platform is the best. I'm trying to
Yeah.
click the link, but it's not clicking. Everyone's been saying that if you can't click the link, I don't know why. Um, I don't know why it's not working. I don't know what's happening. It was working before. But if you can't click it, all you have to do, if you want the same exact live that we're on right now, within the description, I do have the link that also connects to her store and also her YouTube channel. So hopefully that works as well. I don't know why it's not working. I had Gina earlier. She also went and got it and put it up, and she still wasn't able to click it. So I don't know what's happening. But yeah, and also later I'll also try to put her link in the community tab as well, and put her at again in the community tab underneath the post for today. And I'll probably do some shout outs. I'm going to do some shout outs as a thank you to everybody as well, and just put their links as well underneath that as much as I can, so everyone can see it. So if you guys can't click it today, I apologize. But I'll post it as much as I can. Okay, from there I will get it. Okay.
Always write them down. I write them down. I learned that. Plus, what I learned is if you follow back right away, YouTube just kicks the people, and then you can't get to their stuff. And when you go to
Yeah,
share,
you have to give it a little time.
I didn't know that. I
You have
didn't
to give
know
it a
that.
little time.
Then you look at people's
um,
stuff, they're gone, and I'm like, I know we were just friends, and now I can't find their stuff, and what's going on? So I have
that's
that
why
curve. So
they take it back if you do it a certain way. Yeah. The next question I have for you is, um, How do you plan on using YouTube in terms of your tea business content? Like, how do you plan on or do you plan on using it to support your tea business?
Well, to be honest, if I could make money on YouTube and give my tea away, constantly just give it to people, I would be completely happy. Yeah, trust me, it has a lot of value, but it's that gift. There's something to be said. For receiving a gift from somebody, for saying thank you, for saying I see you, and yes, like when I give something and when I sell something, it's always given with love, and there's always the extra little gift, and there's always the thank you, and um, but there's something to be said for that, and the content. I'm thinking about doing some maybe when I'm cutting up the fruits and stuff and some cats, but I and it's gonna be on there too. Like I'm not trying to stay locked into one thing. The self care and healing, and also I do a lot of guided messages. I do my monthly guided action steps for each sign, for each zodiac sign, and I do that because we all come to different stages throughout the year, and based on the planetary alignment, there's usually a certain energy that we're in. So each of the guided steps and how we move them in the cycles of our journey, um, that little guidance is kind of where you can focus the energy. Do I need to be more present? Do I need to be a little more active in showing up? Do I need to find a practical plan? How I'm showing up and what energy should I focus maybe a little more on each month? So a lot of that's happening. There's going to be more stuff branching out. Um, I have guided, like if you go to my website, you can book me to speak on accountability, self-love, all those things. There's also intuitive um, Zoom calls. So we have the reading and Grace. Don't do that. You're gonna fall. One. Yeah, but that's not okay. Um, yeah, so you can do guided action steps. I don't do the tell you the future, but I believe that we all need a little guidance sometimes. And when we can find it from a place of one, lived experience, two, the energy of what you're in, it can be a little more focused and it can be a little more helpful. So I do a lot of that. Um, and I want that to be part of my content because there's always this stigmatism that goes, um, everyone's a tarot reader, everyone's a this, and everyone's a something, and it doesn't align with something else. And I'm not trying to separate people. I'm trying to unify everybody and understand that no matter where you come from, no matter what you do, religion, any of those things, stereotypes, cultures, there's good and bad, and anything man-made is fallible, right? So when we get out of I love the Bible. I read the Bible. I love the Bible. But am I going to live my life 1000% by it? No, because how you perceive things matter. And if you're putting it above what your connection with God is, then you're following words and you're following some rule that's not yours. And if you guide yourself by your intention and your love and your automatic accountability, like you show up, you're accountable. If I did something wrong, I'm going to apologize. If I didn't know better and something was wrong, I know better now. I'm going to do better, right? Am I going to be perfect? No. Am I going to beat myself up? No. But I'm going to do the best I can, and I'm never going to wish harm on somebody else. So
Right.
it doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter what you do. If we can get out of the boxes and the struggling of you go here, you go here, you go here, and understand that we all just want the same thing. We want to live. We want to be at peace. We want to have our passions, and we want to grow. So, yes, once we're done talking, yes. But you have to let me finish talking.
That's so true.
Her patience is about as good as mine, so I can't say anything. It's funny. Yeah, I just think we have there's a lot of room to grow. My YouTube will always be uh, self care related, healing trauma because So I have quite a few videos on there. I think I have like 250 or 300, and it's about showing up, right? And I was doing it when there was zero views. I was posting video after video. I was doing what I was told, right? God said, uh, somebody's gonna need this, right? And um, so what you did, you were watching one of my videos you did, and you were doing the timestamp thing, and that's like I was literally like, "What is that?" And I clicked on it, and it was like this place because I wasn't doing anything to be famous or to be amazing.
Fancy.
Was doing what I was told, right? And I didn't go back sometimes. I don't. I used to go back and I would watch them sometimes, but then I would nitpick myself, and then I would overjudge myself. And my job was to get the message out, not to criticize myself. So
Right.
I stopped doing that. But then when you had those timestamps, you like this little clip, and it was like this small thing, and you're like, "Oh, I felt that. I understood that, and that was great." I was like, that's a really great idea. Maybe we should start, when people shout out a certain time stamp or something, maybe we should pull that clip, right? Like, so it was like something that led me to that. But I posted a lot of these things long before anybody saw them. Like there was zero views. But my job was only to continue to post. And God said you just keep showing up and you keep posting because there's always a message in there that is going to help somebody, even if it's just a small boost of "We love you, you're here." So I can't get rid of that, no matter what I do, because it's so aligned with what I do. Even if I branch out in other ways, that guidance is always going to be there. And the self care, the feelings, um, I would like to make some little more fun stuff too, but I want to create some sponsors, free ones. Like we're not trying to beat people up for money, but um, I want to create some courses that are like, how can we show up? What are ways? Finding what those tools are, so that at the end of the day, uh, you can just pull it up and be like, oh, I remember that. Can I show up and start doing that? So I don't know where it's going, but I know that I was doing it before anyone knew I was doing it, and I love doing it. So at the end of the day, as long as I'm adding value, I think that I'm going to continue to do it. And if I stop adding value, then maybe it's time to retire. But until then, just keep doing it, right?
Right. Love that as always. Let me see if I have any questions before I. It's still not working. See, I don't not clicking either. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. To be honest, it's the last time we were on here, the links were working. I keep telling you guys, the tube is out to get me. Y'all don't believe me.
I don't even know how to share my link on from the computer. Mm.
Yeah, we'll try to. I'll try to. Well, yeah, Rez is gonna help me so I could do the link and whatever. So when they put a code in,
If
then
I
it just
can,
pop up. Yeah, and then we'll see after the live what's happening. But again, like I said, I would put her information again into a community post. I'll try to do it as soon as I come off of here, just so it's there for anybody that has watched, anybody that's watching, anybody that will watch, so they would have that ready and up and ready. But I do apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize. I
YouTube.
did I did do my best to try to get all this stuff out the way, but it's just not working. Um,
I saw you
brings
have.
them to my channel. Really? Wonder if it's my phone. It can't be your phone alone, Amanda, because apparently it's the same thing for everybody. Yes, Red, bring me to your channel, which I already subscribed. Maybe it's the tube. Yeah, I think it's the tube because I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna repin it and stuff. I do apologize. I'm gonna repin it for now. Do you want to just say your name one more time at this point and tell them verbally say your channel and your name so people would know where to find it?
My channel's Creativity Guides Me, and then my website is Creatively Guided. It's gonna look backwards on the mobile, but oh, maybe not. Can you see that forward? That's my website, so you can always
Okay.
go there and then I have a healing hub in there. So if you actually click on anywhere in the healing hub, the content there goes directly to my YouTube. So either way, you're gonna get there.
Okay. Ooh, can you leave a message in the chat? I think do it. I don't leave a message in the chat. Another message in the chat, so that way I think I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Did I not make you a mod? If I make you a mod, I believe they'll be able to click on your name as well. So just leave a quick message for me, in the chat, and then I could probably pin. Let's see if this one works. But leave a message so I could. Is this one working? Thank you for everyone coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to Novelty's Corner. Okay. Okay, so okay, let me make you a mod.
Do it on my phone.
Um,
My phone would be a disaster.
okay. And let me see. The link is working, guys. It will work once you mod her. Oh, so is that why it wasn't working? So why y'all never just said that in the first place? I didn't know. I didn't know.
See, that's how we
Okay.
learn. We don't know.
Okay, so confirm and let me know if it's working. If not, then I will just pin her. She has to type again. She did. You don't. Oh, you have to type again. They said. Sorry.
Yeah. Either
Okay.
that.
Is that good? So should I pin this one or is the okay? So you guys can see. Should I pin it or is it the link working now? It works. Okay. 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 So at least I know now for future reference. I didn't know.
I would have never
Okay. So
known.
then we know the issue because everybody been trying to pin it. It's pinned. Oh, pin her. Okay. Let me pin her. Um.
Oh, because then they can click on me, maybe. There we go. I'm mad at me. No, I'm not mad at you, silly. Are you mad at me? What do you mean?
Did I do it right?
I suppose I'm
Is that what
doing.
I'm supposed to do?
See, we roll with it. That's how it works,
Perfect.
man.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is why community is great. You know, 'cause works
I learned.
perfectly. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, thank you, so much. Okay,
Yeah.
so for future references, I'll know. Don't take no notes. At least give me a look at one mistake, Bly.
I'm gonna have a very
Okay.
important because you'll be
Okay, so now
professional.
that we're back on our professionalism, let me get to the next question.
You'll get my
You will
digital
get my digital bill. Don't make it too expensive a year. We just start. Um, okay, so what's my next question? Okay, so what type of content do you feel will align more with who you are right now?
everything that I'm doing. If it's content that I'm doing, it's going to be always about healing, self love, transmutation. Like when we understand that we can transmute that energy into our power. We don't go through that pain to wallow in it. We don't go through the struggles and the trauma to um, hinder us. They're meant to sharpen us. They build us. We walk through that fire and we burn away all that stuff, but that energy stores and it stores up and it will shift you right over that mountain. When you feel like you can't make it through that energy, when you learn how to focus it, will propel you so much farther than you could ever go. So, and then when I'm watching for content, it's anything new, inspiring. I love stories of uh, winning, right? And whatever way that is. I love celebrating people's wins. I love hearing and seeing um, people that overcome, right? Because so many people are like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yes, you can, right? Uh, and I'm like that guy. I'm like that person that's always for the underdog, right? You know how hard it is
Right.
to I'm always going to talk about it on my stuff because it's so important. But I want to celebrate those people who didn't get seen, and I want to celebrate those people that, struggled through it. They built their business. You found a way. Okay, I don't care if it was 1 year or 20 years. You found a way, and you're taking that
Right.
trauma, that struggle, and you're turning it into a teachable moment. You're turning it into something you share that can help somebody, which means your message was meant to be out there, in any way, shape, or form. So my content, I think, is always going to be that. Some lighthearted fun too. I was so funny. I got a comment on one of my. Uh, it was a comment on one of my videos, and a local asked me to pull a card, so I did. And I didn't get the comment till the next day, but then I did a little short, and that kind of made it round. It was real fun, and I actually thought that was really cute, really fun. So, if you comment on my videos, this is just a new thing, and we're gonna see if we can make a little fun out of it. But if you watch my videos and you're like, "Hey, I really want you to pull an angel card or something for me," um, if you make that comment, I can't promise it will be immediate, but I'll go and I'll do a little skit, and I'll pull the angel number for you and tell you what it means, and give you a little boost of love. I like those contents, and that was a little more fun. It was a little off what I normally do, but it was also like, who wouldn't love like just a little burst of energy and a little burst of love, a little humor, a little whatever in that little moment, just
Right.
right. So that's something I'm thinking of doing. Those little questions people ask, if they don't mind. Like it's not a personal thing. Like I'm not putting your personal business out there, but if it's those little things and you don't mind being tagged in it, I think that those are fun, and I think it's just a great way, like a little card saying, "Hey, I see you." So I'm going to
Yeah.
help that a little bit. I think.
That's awesome. I love that. I think not to, intrude or, overextend my welcome, but I feel like you would do great if you did like motivational videos on your channel itself, because I see you doing that anyways when you before you do your tarot cards, when you're doing your lives.
Yeah,
And even from the last time I seen you do that, I was thinking in my mind, I didn't say it, but I was thinking like she would do great if she did some long form videos and just sat there and just gave out like a whole bunch of inspiration, little motivation, just in the camera. And with that, you didn't have to do much editing or anything. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Just speak and whatever. And then maybe later on down, if you want to add a little extra something, something, spice it up a little bit more or whatever. Because a lot of people love that. And you love to, you're given that. You love to give the inspiration, the motivation, the affirmations and stuff like that. So I
yeah.
think that could be something if it's not too much or whatever. I know you have a lot going on, but I mean,
I'm
if it's
working.
something that you can work in, I think it'll really do good for your channel and for your content and for you and for it's given everything that you say you want to do. Like, you know what I mean? You want to inspire, you want to motivate, you want to provide that little bit of tranquility for people. You know what I mean? And help them
Working.
with the gratitude. Hmm?
I'm actually working on that. I've got some things on the background. You're on point. Because I can't for the life of me understand even how I survive uh without that, right? Like when you
Right,
haven't had that, I've been that sucks. It's a really shitty place to be. Uh and just for one moment somebody says, I see you. Do you understand
right,
how far that can push somebody? Right? I believe in you. Like it's just that my problem with it is I have to learn to do it with no emotion. Not no emotion, but um even when I was talking on one of my lives and someone asked me a question and I answered it, but I felt the emotion because when you're empathic and you feel other people's emotions, sometimes it's
yeah,
hard and you're trying to tell them and you're choked up and you're like, wait a minute, I don't want to cry. Um, so I'm still finding that balance, but I am working on it and I have so much content planned and how to do it, but I'm trying to not lock myself into it. I want to
right.
because I have so much going on, and if you even knew the stuff that was going on in the background on top of that with the business course and with all the other things,
Hmm.
it's a lot. Uh, I want to always be consistent, but I want it to be um, I want it to be a little more lighthearted. And then I actually thank you, Mama. You're welcome, baby. Um,
Oh, she's so cute.
when people cook you something, yeah, say thank you. You do say thank you. That's right. When people cook you something. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. I'm actually working on a bunch of motivational stuff, and I want to make some little stickers and stuff too, and just little add-ons that I can throw into the orders. But the content is always going to be motivational, and on my website, actually, they can book me to speak, right? And my whole goal is to would be nice to go into places like shelters, women's shelters, to and I don't mind, like, I want to make enough money and start building enough money where I can do those things for free, right? Bring these gift sets and tell these parents and the mothers and people at the shelters, you are worth it, and I see you. And allow them to understand that they do have power and they still have value no matter what's happened in their life. So uh, I have small things that I'm doing. Those big speeches, those big speaking engagements that would be like for a business talking about self-love and accountability and motivation would also support. It would pay a little extra there, but it would support those other ones where you could go in free. So that's something that I've been working on in the background, and hopefully, maybe it'll be next year. I don't know, but um, I'm working on it. I'm not putting that pressure on myself because I don't want to do it half-assed, right? I want to make sure that um, if I go in, I go all in. So it is being worked on in the background, and I'm really hoping that as I do that, we'll record the live ones and then we can share them on YouTube and keep them as that too. So it's a lot of that going on in the background. I'm building and working and finding balance somewhere in there. Oh, I can't hear you. Yes, mommy. What? Mama, what do you want to have for dinner? You gotta type it. One sub song. One like closer, one sub song. Oh. Mama, oh, did it turn off? Is that why? Mama, Mama. What? I'll hug you. Okay, you can hug me. How come the cut
Okay,
thing?
hopefully you guys can hear me. The battery died.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hear.
that's why you can't hear me. The battery died. I charged a little bit, so I don't know how long it's gonna go.
Okay, yeah.
But let's see how long it could go. Could you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can't believe it cut completely out of the phone. Like, 'cause it doesn't take your phone volume at all if it dies.
Um, it kind of my phone volume was already kind of bad, so that's why when it dies, like this is actually helping it. But hopefully, I plugged it in for a little bit, so hopefully, it got a little bit more charge. So let's see how it could do. But we're gonna have to
Hopefully,
see with the volume thing. Uh, good now, but if it dies again, just use your phone. Okay, I'll do that. Um, okay, so let me get into the next question. So far, even though like your YouTube journey just started, what happened? Well, wait, you've been on YouTube before, no? You've been on YouTube for a while.
I've been on YouTube since 2017. I didn't really post much then. I don't think I started posting until 2022 or something, but it's still the same channel. It's just,
Right.
I just was
So,
posting, didn't have followers. I didn't know that I could get them. I thought it was um, like TV stars or whatever. So I just yeah, like I don't know how to really explain it, but I was like, that's just for the rich people or whatever, right? In my
I
own
get it.
mind,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't focus on it because it was just like whatever. And then when I started actually posting and stuff, and I was like, well, no one sees it anyway. So when and if someone needs it, God will make sure it gets there. And that's where my
Right.
so yeah, I don't know. My journey's been wild. I've been on since 2017, and I think I had 7 followers for uh 7 years or something. 10 years. 2017.
Okay, and so far, what have you learned as a new YouTuber that you didn't expect? Like I know you just kind of brushed it up a little bit, but was there anything else?
Well, I learned that really anyone can have a say, and uh, a lot of people that support each other, they're not all in the same niche. They're not all like everyone talks about niches. Like you have to have your people, but uh, so many people are supporting others no matter what you do. They're saying we see you as a person and we want to boost you up, and I'm all for that. I watch people play the video games, and I'm like, I couldn't play that if I wanted to. Like, it's not my skill, but. Uh, just knowing that the people that want to support you want to support you, right? It doesn't
Right.
matter what you're sharing. They know you're not because they believe that you believe in what you're sharing and you're not doing something to hurt or hinder someone else. We're not judging. We're not comparing. We're not competing. We're just being genuine and wanting to support um, other people and however that looks, right? So that's what I learned, and I don't think I understood, and I wish I knew that before. I wouldn't have worked so hard on TikTok.
I think I think there's quite a few things that a lot of us wasn't expecting and then had a big shocker when we actually started because my big shocker was I thought that YouTube was so easy. Like, I thought you literally just pick up a camera and just do the thing and bang, that's that. But I'm starting to realize like there's a lot more that goes. It literally is a business, like you know what I mean? And it's the same, it's no different than being an entrepreneur. Like you're putting in the same workload as an entrepreneur. Like you know what I mean? And there's
Entrepreneur.
just so much to learn and so much to take in and you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
a lot. It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, but you're doing. You really are. You're doing a great job, and uh,
Thank you.
yeah, I was looking at some of your art stuff. I didn't get to see them all, but I started looking, and I'm like, I need to sleep. Like, I just stopped myself. But I saw like the purses, and there's a couple other things that I saw that you made, and they're beautiful, like freaking beautiful.
Thank
So
you. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, so you put in that work on top of YouTube, like you finding that balance too is. I see you. That's all I'm saying. Is I see you. Mama, what? You want to have pizza for dinner? You want me to order pizza? Okay, I will do that tonight. Then I don't have to cook worm pizza for dinner. Oh no, it died again. I think. I think it died again. See. I'm not talking about that. What? I will order it, but you have to wait. No, I mean, what kind? I mean, we can make it. It died again. Can you hear me? No. We'll order it, but you gotta wait a minute. No, what do you want to have?
Hopefully, can you hear me?
Okay, but you have to learn patience.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you sound a little. You gotta yell.
Okay.
Or just turn.
I'll try to
There
charge
you
it up a little bit more. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna try to speak up as loud as I can.
go. Okay.
She don't realize. Yeah, Mike died. I did. Same didn't
I
thought of this.
know.
Okay, so, what does being creatively guided look like in your everyday life?
It looks like this. It looks like taking those moments where someone says you should do this and see where it takes you. It's this the moments of figuring it out when your kid climbs on top of you and holds your hands and you can't move. Uh it's working until you feel sometimes so exhausted and then looking at the end result and going, man, I did that. I did that. And I'm so proud of that. It's seeing my daughter get to be herself and be her wild child and not be punished or um, treated differently, right? It's that time when I can go to her appointments. I can say, I don't care what's going on right now. I can drop everything. And when her appointments and the things that come in for her, um, I can just do that. It's freedom, right? It's the ability to, I do it my way. And Of course, I want to serve make people happy. Are you watching yourself in the camera? Yeah. She likes the camera. Yeah, but don't yell. You have to be quiet. Okay, but you're hurting my leg. It's just learning how to figure stuff out.
So
Oh my lord.
surprised.
You
She's
have to
so
pay
surprised.
attention.
Are
You
you
gotta
shy
listen.
now? Hello.
Hello. Sorry. Thank you, Mama. You're welcome.
Oh, the shyness is coming in. You're so beautiful.
What you saying? Mama, I don't want to go to school. You don't have to go to school till tomorrow. Okay, go finish watching your show. Sorry. Yes, but I can't. Yes, but you have to let me finish what I'm doing. You want to make pizza? Okay, after I'm done. The things I commit to.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this one, and I'm gonna try to skip through a few of the questions so
You
you
don't have
can.
to rush. She's very hyperactive and well, she's like me, but I just don't feel like she would do it if it was a 10 minute or a 2 hour. So uh, just
Amanda
don't.
says she wants to do the interview as well.
Yeah, she does. But then you ask her a question and she's like,
So this question is, so far since you started your business, right? Have you had slow seasons? And if so, how do you stay grounded during your slow seasons or your uncertainty in terms of your business?
it's been a slow season. I just started my business in October. 1010 was the portal. Which for the people that follow numerology and all that good stuff, that portal is the ending, just the completion, and that was the completion of worrying whether we were going to worrying whether we had enough, and knowing that um, if I have the ability to keep making my tea, I have enough. We're not going to starve. We have this, we have that. So I started it on 1010. Um, it makes a little bit of money. We're not big money yet. It's like my YouTube. We're not making money, but I'm committed, right? And the whole difference is I'm not sitting in fear of what's going to happen. Um, I don't have tons of money, but I know how to budget it. I know how to work it where we don't lack for anything. And even when it's tight, the way God shows up in my life. Um, the stories I could tell are just mind blowing, and I just don't have that fear anymore, right? So that we're still in slow season. We're not making big money yet. We're just starting out, and I understand that, and it's slow build. But the difference is, I found a space now where people get to see me and hear my stories. Um, and genuinely support me, right? So, am I expecting everyone to buy tea? No. If people can, like, fantastic, that's great. But people are supporting me for my story, for my message. And as long as I'm doing that and I'm sharing that, God's gonna provide for me. I'm never gonna do without, right? like even
Amen.
in my lowest moments, God never let me fall, right? He let me fall a little bit, like, hey, I need you to learn how to catch yourself, but He never let
Yeah.
me hit that ground, right? And when you understand that, it's like the slow seasons are it's just preparing me. I'm building, I'm preparing, I'm doing all the things that I need to do because once that slingshot hits, holy hell, like if I don't learn that balance and I don't find that space, I'm gonna get run over by my own stuff, right? So I'm using that slow season, and I'm understanding that in the slow season, there's much to be learned, right? And there's many these connections, these people, the places I wouldn't get if I was so busy focused on just that. So I'm learning to slow it down, and I'm learning to not worry about that, and not worry about what ifs, would have, should have, could have. Uh, and just focus on each day and knowing that I'm showing up and each day has a new surprise and my business is uh, it's coming, right? It's coming, and I know it's coming. So the little bit here, the little bit there, uh, it keeps me going, right? So that's all that matters.
Facts. Facts. What mindset shifts have you? Oh, before I even read that, Manda said, wait, what did Manda say? I remember Manda said something. Manda said she's just a child. My son is nosy.
She's just a child, what?
She's saying she's just being a child. And she's saying her son is very nosy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
that's
always
what
wants
she
to be in the
do.
camera. She says.
Yeah, she loves the camera, and she's a ham. She knows she's cute. She knows she's cute. Uh, I know where she got it from.
As she
I
should
used to
be.
be like, people
Ain't
would be
nothing
like,
wrong
oh,
with
she
little
does this.
confidence.
Right? Hey, it took me a long time to get there. That's why when I say these things, and that's the thing, like TikTok and those places, the first thing they do is attack your looks, and I'm like, uh, and all it does is piss me off. But it doesn't piss me off because you hurt my feelings. It's like I have a problem with bullies. I have such a
Me
problem with bullies.
too.
I don't care what
Me
you think.
too.
It's like, imagine, what about those people that, couldn't really take that criticism? Like, how dare you, right? To me, it's
Exactly. Exactly. I think about that
never
too.
gonna
Like
make
I'm
it.
exactly the same, and that's how I feel. Like I don't like when
Your
people
mama
bully people.
bitch.
Like yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like when people bully people. Like I don't mind you trying to do this to me because if I choose to answer or choose not to answer, it's not gonna make a difference. But I mean, if I choose not to answer, kudos for you.
yeah, you got lucky. So you would have
Like
got your ass
but
beat.
I think about that like other people that's not like I mean that doesn't that takes things more to heart. Like you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
and you just come up here and say anything like no
Yeah,
consideration at all. So
yeah.
yeah, I get that. I get that. I
Like
don't.
on me, leave someone else alone, right? Like I got a thick skin. You can't hurt my feelings anymore. Um, and I actually gave a guy crap the other day on one of my videos, one of my lives. He came in, started calling me granny and I'm old and all the things. And I'm like, dude, I'm like 500. I don't care what you think.
Right? Like who
Like, you
they
think you're gonna hurt
we
my
I mean they do
one
have the
year?
trolls here. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
trolls here on YouTube that do try it, but I find with the YouTube trolls, they're not
yeah.
as how to say they're not as outgoing or forceful, I guess, as like other trolls on other platforms because
They're
YouTube
not as
trolls like
rude.
if you reply to them in the right way or if you
Mhm.
just laugh with them and be like you can't troll me and troll them instead, like they leave.
Yeah, they get bored. Yeah, they're just bots.
Right?
That's
Mean
why.
people are mean.
I don't care what people do anymore. And the only time I really do get mad is because, like, if you come in and you're picking on me, fine. But you start being rude to my people in my comments, I'm gonna get mean, right? It's
Yeah, you
like,
draw the
uh,
line, right? Like, nah,
yeah, yeah. You can
you're going
talk
too
crap
far
to
now.
me, but you talk crap to these people. It's just, but they try it, right? And that irritates me. It's like we have to protect our people, and not everybody has a thick skin, and especially when you're first starting out, right? That's the time when these people that have such a beautiful message quit because people are asking. I get mean, I do, and I'm trying. Like I have chilled so much. When I tell you, I had uh, sailor mouth. I would make grown men cry when I was mad. The venom that I could spit is just I even like I think about some of the things and how I said things and the way I said them back then, and I'm like, like I
Are
would
you a
never
Scorpio or a
now.
Cancer by any chance?
What's that?
I'm like, are you Scorpio or Cancer by any chance?
So, well, I'm a Scorpio moon,
Okay.
I'm Leo sun, and I'm Libra rising, right?
Uh-huh.
So the fire, air, and then that water, and yeah, just
It's
I
given.
know.
Manda said it's so true. Okay. So the next question I have for you is what mindset shifts did you have to make in order to, pursue your entrepreneur journey?
Oh man, I had to. I had to shift everything. I was going through transition. I was doing all the right things and still lost my place and still ended up homeless with my child. Um, I was doing all the right things, but I was beating myself up. If I'm doing all the right things, why is this happening to me? Right? What have I done? Right? Um, and it finally, the last time, which was not that long ago, we're talking July, I think, of last year. Um, that's when I had a direct shift. When I tell you, like, no matter what was happening, no, I've done every single thing I can. I've done it the right way. And I'm not going to let this beat me up. I don't deserve that. I haven't done anything to deserve this. And I literally, took my kid camping instead of going to a shelter in the middle of summer and said, we're not going to punish ourselves. Shh, we don't talk like that. You have to be patient. And I said, she's not going to be traumatized. She's not going to worry about that. And we went camping. And instead of letting this fear spread over and all these things, I said no. And the money came, what I needed. We got to go camping. We never did without for 1 second. And I finally, and it's actually video, I have videos on my YouTube of it. Like I put it on there. I'm like, y'all ain't taking from me my joy anymore. And um, I said, I did what I was supposed to do, God. I did everything you said. It, I'm just going to do whatever I can now. It's up to you. And God said, okay, watch me work. And I'm telling you, within 2 days is when it started. Like when I finally said, I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm not questioning the way things fell into place. I got a car. I got my place to live. I moved in 2 days. I got into the business program the very next day. I got accepted, and then in a month, I got my business up and running. It was just nuts the way it was busy. It was chaotic. She got into programs that help. She got one. She's starting to get into getting the testing to get the diagnosing and stuff like that. It all happened. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Uh, because I finally, it was like God said to me, "You need to I'm tired of you being unsure. You need to be so sure you have done everything." And that's the way I look at it. I did every single thing, every step of the path. Okay, so every lesson, every cycle, everything, I took that and I used that to maneuver, and it helped me in every stage. But instead of questioning if I did it right, I finally was like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. I did everything I did everything in my power. This is unfair, but I'm not going to sit in that and I'm not going to cry over it. I've done everything and it's your turn, God. It's on you. And he said, okay, watch me work. And uh, the times, even now looking back, uh, at other times in my life, the way he showed up for me, just like that, in those same things, um, that's why I'm kind of so carefree. Like, I
Mm.
I can't question it anymore. Every single time, as long as you're showing up and you're showing up with your best intention and you're doing the best you can, God's never gonna let you crash and burn. He might let you hit, like fall to the side a little bit. He might make let you scuff up your knee a little bit because there's something important you had to learn, but he's never gonna let you crash and burn, right? So I just don't worry anymore. I'm good, right? No matter what happens, I'm good,
Micah
right?
says sometimes we just have to let go and let God take control. Oh, Micah
What was
says
it?
sometimes we just have to let go and let God take control.
That's it. What I did, and in that place, oh my lord, in that, okay, close the freezer. Stop. Oh my lord, she's gonna tear the whole freezer apart. Close the freezer, please, before you hurt yourself. Thank you. Oh my lord, this is all right. Yes, I love you too. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. I love you, Mom. No, okay, I'm trying to listen though. You yelling is not nice. Sit down and watch your show. Look at me. We had an agreement. I don't want to. You have to fulfill your end. Okay, sorry.
Okay, since you don't remember, I'll move on to the next question. What
Sorry.
kind of community are you hoping to build around your around creatively guided?
I'm trying to build people that one need to be supported or want to be supported. um, knowing that it's a safe space. So at the end of the day, uh, she wants her mommy now. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I want a safe space. I want them to know that they can come. They're never gonna get judgment from me because I've been crappy. I've had it good. I've had it bad. I've did good. I've fallen off. I've screwed up. I'm your mommy, silly. I've dealt with it all, right? At all of the stages. Uh, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here. I'm here to find your strengths and celebrate those. Because once we can find your strengths and celebrate those, then we can use those same strengths to boost your weaknesses. To we have so many people and a community where your strength may be this, and you're maybe not that great at that. But if you listen and learn, and we're all connecting, and we're taking a little bit from you, and a little bit from me, and a little bit from that person, we're building our own mosaic. But is that going to be that masterpiece that uh, is united, right? Like it's a safe space. Nobody's you don't have to compete, you don't have to judge, you just have to show up and take a little message. You don't have to stay for 3 hours and watch it, or you can. You're more than welcome. You can come in and take a 2 minute message and get your little energy boost and your little hug for the day and that's what I want to build. And I just, I think that that's exactly why I found the people that I found, right? I happened onto you guys. It wasn't, there was no intention behind it. I just followed my gut and the little, I don't know, I just followed the nudges. And then it took me to Red's Room and it took me to, uh, Yoga with Goga and took me to Anastasia and you and the source. Like, places and people that are supportive and celebrate each other. It doesn't matter what you have going on. So uh, as you go pull your belly, it's dinner time. I know I got to feed my kids soon, or she'll be yelling at us all.
Yeah, because he says I'm back. Sorry, I had to go get some food. Well, I just have a few more questions for you. I'll try to say them as quickly. I have what is this? Four more questions for you. These are just wrap up questions.
I'm doing some
Let
novelty,
me
but
see
I
what I can
can't
skip.
hear her. No, but you have to listen. I can't hear her when you're talking. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. So I'm gonna cut it down, and I'm gonna ask you these last two questions. So the first one is, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start a heart led business?
Follow your heart. That's you. Listen to yourself. Get present, and then wherever your heart's going to take you, it's going to take you. Don't micromanage the universe. Don't micromanage yourself. Don't box yourself in. Uh, and it's okay to, like, everyone talks about niches, and I'm sure it's great and it's fabulous for all of the things. But what happens is we get stuck in this one little box, and then you forget about all your other amazing talents. You're a superhero. Every day you show up, every day you win. Follow your heart and let it take you where you gotta go. Okay, but I'm talking and I can't hear her, and that's not being very respectful right now. She's like, the look on her face. The sarcasm, I don't know where she gets it.
She says, "Is that more important than me rolling on the floor right now?" Like, I don't think so.
I have to laugh, and I have to look away a lot of times because I've like got to give her trouble, and I'm like, oh, that's me, right? It's like,
Let me read the comment right quick, and then I'll say tell you the last question, and then if you have anything to show, your arts or your teas or anything before you go, you can quickly show that, and then we'll wrap it up. So let me just quickly read some of the comments here. So Amanda says, oh, follow your heart. Follow your heart. You're investing in something you truly love. I love that. She says, I love that question. And she says, show up for yourself because nobody will do it for you. Amen. Clock
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
And you're not,
Yes.
you don't get upset either. So what I learned is I was always running on empty. I was always waiting for somebody to fill my cup. I was always waiting for someone to see me. I was always, why, how can't they see me? Why, well, like, if somebody showed up for me, just even a half as much as I showed up for them, uh, what I could do so many amazing things, right? That was in my and that lack, in that need, that desperation. Why can't somebody see me? And then I was like, wait a minute, like if I stopped giving it to everybody else and wondering if somebody would give it to me, and I focused that on myself, now I fill my own cup, right? I'm not doing without. And I don't need somebody to validate me. Yeah, it's great when that happens. It's wonderful when people see you. Uh, but when you see yourself, there's that empowerment and that confidence that comes. Um, it's unshakable, and it doesn't. You don't like the way I look. You don't like the way I talk. Oh well, I'm sorry for you. That's your loss. Um, you're gonna like it or you're gonna move along. And even if you don't like it right now, you're gonna come back in a month and go, oh, I maybe didn't like it, but it made sense, right? So, uh, it's just. I'm telling you, the last hit for me. Um, was last summer when I was homeless with Grace. Everything that fell apart. I mean, the only thing that saved my business was uh, I had got enough money, enough time to get a U-Haul and move all of my stuff into a storage unit. It's the only thing that saved me. But and of course that came right on time too, right down to the minute, right on time. So I've just learned that no matter what happens, somebody's going to dislike you, somebody's going to have a problem. And when you're waiting on somebody to do something for you, you're holding your whole life back. You're stopping your whole life.
Facts.
So fill your own cup, show up, love yourself. And at the end of the day, the people will fall in line. The things will come together because you're automatically spilling off love because you're just so full of it, right? Uh, that's my biggest lesson, I think, and I think everyone should learn that. And it takes what it takes. So don't be like, I need to learn that today. Just start showing up and practice, right?
Facts. Manda says that's where procrastination is a steal of joy. Just do what's on your heart and put God in front. Time not waiting on no one. Facts.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Facts. And the last question that I have for you is, where do you see your tea business growing in the next year?
In the next year, yeah. Um, hopefully, immensely, I hope. But I have many other things that I'm coming out with, like my abundance bath soak. I may move into the candles. I don't want to lock it into one thing. I make tinctures. Where I see it going is however far it can go. I want to get more into speaking engagements. I want to get more into accountability checklists, not just doing like checking in with ourselves, but for businesses too. Something along the lines like, how risk assessment is, except if we were just to flip that just a little bit and uh, show up intuitively and be accountable before the legal part, right? If we were ever just to show up the same way we show up for ourselves, if we showed up with that accountability, we never get to the legal, right? Because you're treating your people better. Your contracts, you're honoring them. Um, you're making contracts that are fair, transparent, clear. And the idea is to have speaking engagements and stuff like that. My tea business started um, but I think it started a movement for me, right? And eventually, what started as this will always be because it's the backbone. But what is going to create and move forward is being accountable, and I think that it's a movement and a storytelling thing that allows one me to tell my story, me to be seen and heard, which has not happened for a long, long time. So I definitely deserve that. But it's also to show those people who know me, maybe didn't know me. Um, at the end of the day, we can all do it. And if you just start, if you just show up messy, if you just figure it out as you go, but you take the chance on yourself and you trust yourself, at the end of the day, you're going to win. So, in 1 year, it's not going to be just tea. It's going to be much more speaking engagements. It's going to be, um, I'm not looking to boost and branch out into 25 different teas. I built these ones because it was a core. And no matter how this plays out, sure you can buy it, but when I do my speaking engagements, when I show up for 100 people and I have 100 teas with a little gift and a thank you card, that comes part of it, right? So yeah, you might have bought a ticket to this, but you're going home with a gift and a thank you. I'm not selling you T-shirts or any of those things. I'm saying thank you for showing up and taking the time to love yourself because that's what you're doing, right? Um, it's the backbone, but it's just going to be the pathway to so much greater. And it may not be one full year. It could take a couple years, but um, it's the core. It's always going to be the backbone. But I believe what it started for me is a movement and momentum to start building not only myself, but boosting people up along the way and celebrating some wins because there's enough shit going on in the world. There's enough negative and complaining and all of the things. So we need to counteract that, right? And we need to start boosting people up and telling them how amazing they are. And like every day you show up, you're a damn superhero. Do you know that? You celebrate the good, the
Yes.
bad, the ugly, and you still show up, right? So, and I think that's what my movement is. I think that's what I'm meant to do. And will that change? Who knows? But I'm going to always follow it, and I'm going to always follow it with integrity. And um, at the core, it's always going to be my tea is the backbone. But whether it's art, whether it's my other little stuff, whether it's speaking engagements or intuitive readings, it's always going to be about love, and it's going to be every single thing I make, every single thing I do is made with heart, lots of intention, and I'm present in the moment of what it is. I'm not worrying about yesterday, today, tomorrow. I'm here and I'm focused. And yes, integrity. It's so important to me. It is, at the end of the day, no matter the good, the bad, the ugly, all the stuff I went through, was the one thing people couldn't take from me, right? You could take my house, you could take everything I have, you could literally damn near take my life, but if I have breath in my lungs, you can't take my integrity. You can't take my loyalty. You know. So yeah, that was a badge of honor for a long time in my life, and no matter it's less of a war wound now, but it is. Um, it's still there and it's always going to be there because I realize that is the core of me, right? So the core will always be the tea. It's always going to be there, whether it's being given as a gift or being sold on my website. But it was the beginning to the movement that I can't even see all the way to the end, but it's going to go, it's going to be big. It's going to maybe take a couple years, but I'm not giving up. And as long as we're celebrating and boosting other people, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's it. Wherever it goes, everyone's going to get to see the journey, right? So that's what I know.
Thank you so much. I love that. Everybody, for everyone coming in, thank you for coming in. The interview, unfortunately, is wrapping up.
We're
This
wrapping.
is my guest host for today from Creativity Guides Me. Her name is Tiffany.
Giving up is not an
Her link
option.
is right there pinned. So if you guys click on it, you should be able to go over to her channel, subscribe if you like, and leave her watch a little video, leave a little 1-2 comment and connect, because around here we're trying to grow our community, expand our rings, right? Meet like-minded people, more entrepreneurs, more
Yeah,
crafters. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
You never know. So, again, thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to show us, like in terms of your crafts before you go? Or do you want to
Oh,
show some more of your tea before you go? Kind of show the people what they're working with?
I
Tonight, giving
have
up is not an option,
so
but we
these are
humans
little.
move.
I have my alignment bundle. This is just one. Do you know the crystal, the water bottles, right? With the big crystal in. That's like $100 a water bottle. It's just crazy. You can buy them all over. No? Okay.
I
Well,
know.
look it up. I promise you.
I
It's
will.
one big crystal. This is a bad example, but it's something like this, but it's in a holder in the water bottle. So I made these pouches. So they're all kinds of different. We have from turquoise, we have aventurine, we have all of them, selenite. Instead of doing all that, and this is what I call my gratitude pouch, right? So you can carry it with you, or you can actually put it in your bottle of water, right? And then every when you wash your bottle of water, you literally put a little bit of dish soap and you wash this. It's reusable, right? But no matter where you are in the spirituality spectrum, um, how I explained it is, when you drink your water, speak life into it. Thank you. I'm so grateful. So, how many times do you sip your water a day? And every time you see that thing in the bottom, thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm speaking love into this. So, you're speaking that into your water, which means it's flowing into every one of your cells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we can't all spend $100 on a bottle of water, but we can spend $10, on this. And I had to do it at some number, so I don't know, but I have little alignment bundles. I do my little selenite wands. Again, we're talking about alignment. These are just things that I did. My little bracelets. I always
Awesome.
I never have one specific thing that I make, right? But
That's
my teas. This is my apple cinnamon one. I don't know if you can really
that's
see,
tea.
but my art. This one, I have so many arts, but these ones, and this is the missing piece, right? This is where you think you're almost whole. And there's always that one piece that you got to get. We're not
I
chasing
like
that
that.
anymore. Everyone has a meeting. This one you see on my ads, right?
Yes.
One of my favorites, actually.
It's hibiscus.
I, they're for sale, right? Like I think you can buy them on my website. Some of them. Oh my gosh, get every bowl out of the cupboard. And then when I was trying to figure out, I was really struggling keeping it in the lines, I guess is the best way to put it. When you're trying to get organized, uh, you can't stay focused, but you can't free flow. You can't really create anything. I had to learn how to color within the lines. So
Ooh,
it was about
mosaic pieces. I love that.
reeling it in because I couldn't focus, right? So, but here I could draw a design, but it's easy, it's a pattern, and I could stay focused on that, and then I could focus on just one color at a time, right? And so, like every single one of these has a title and a story, but they talk about how at what part of my life, where it was, how it was. So there's so much more up there. Thank you so much. It was less free flowing and more in the line because I needed to learn how to reel it in and focus, right? And that's what they were. We need
Okay.
eggs. Can
So
we
make
get
sure
it?
you guys, if you guys like her beautiful painting are for sale,
Yes.
and you guys seen her, what do you call them? The bracelets.
Oh, bracelets. Yeah. I have so
Yeah.
much stuff. I drive my own self crazy
Oh God, what?
sometimes, but I have them all posted on the website. There's lots of product stuff. I do. Oh, I'll show you one more thing. Hold on. It's
Okay.
gonna be in there, but
Thank you guys for coming in. I really appreciate it. This
I
is
made
Tiffany
these,
from Creativity Guides
these are
Me. So
basic.
we just conduct our interview. She's just showing some of her products
Yeah.
that she has. So go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
This is this is a little dry erase board, just like you would. I'm going to create it into something else, but this is how it started, right? And it's very simple, right? I am, and then I am grateful for. So we're gonna speak our abundance, right? I am beautiful. I am strong, and I am grateful for the ability to show up every day. Okay, so we did it 7 days a week. And it says each day, write one I am statement and one thing you're grateful for. Repeat them out loud as you add new ones. By week's end, you'll have a powerful set of affirmations. These little things, so simple, like so simple. I'm looking for a cork board. Like I really want to bring it into something different, but as I'm creating, I'm just starting it and then I'm going where it takes me, right? And if we always are looking at something that is um, empowering and joyful, yeah, even when you're mad, even when you're stressed out, you look at it and you're like, how bad really is it, right? So there's lots of different stuff on there, and there's more freebies that come with it. The things that those are the things that matter, right? Those are the things that say, "Hey, I see you," and when you read them and see them, you see me, right? You know that I'm making what I believe in. So it's a whole bunch of mixed match of stuff, but it's all one intended thing. It's heart led, and um, it's very very well intended, and it's uplifting, right? The whole of all the things in this world to buy, it should be uplifting and things that people are creating. Um, and you don't have to buy them to be a part of it. The Healing Hub and all the other stuff on my website. There's lots of free stuff and ideas to check out. So don't be afraid to check it out. There's nowhere where it says buy now, right?
Right? It's free
Yeah.
to look. Window,
Yeah.
what online browsing is that? What it would be called? Online
Yes.
browsing.
Yeah. Right. And
I was listening, but on my Bluetooth, my bad. I was working on another project at the same time. Oh, he's talking
that's
about
okay.
Manda. You
Oh,
know,
oh, he
Manda
didn't see the
shouted
picture.
you out, Reds, but it's when you said "be right back." So, and I meant to say it, but then Tiffany was speaking, and I didn't want to interrupt her, and then I forgot. But
Okay.
it's because you ran to go do something, so you weren't there at the time when she said "hey."
Yeah.
That's why, Manda. But yeah, thank you
I
so
appreciate
much for
you taking the
thank
time.
you first of all, thank you so much for your time, especially when you have a young one that
He's
requires
so
so much
dramatic.
of you. I really, 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 really am very grateful, and I really hope that a lot of people sees. I wish you many more subbies,
Yeah.
many more what's the word I'm looking for? Shoppers.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
people in your shop, more
It's
prosperity.
always
That's the
been,
word I'm looking for.
it's always going to be
And
good.
welcome to the community.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Welcome to the community.
And I love these. I could watch these all day, especially because of the way you ask the questions, the way you focus, and put your intention on getting to know them and understanding their story, and not just what they're doing, but their story and kind of how they got there. And I think that's going to set you apart from a lot of places. Um, and I'm excited to see you grow. I'm excited to see me grow, and I'm excited to see everybody show up for themselves and let them go. What are you doing?
Thank you, thank you. Manda says, I pray we all
Ow.
succeed in whatever our hearts desire. God will is bigging up Reds, and Red says God will. Um, Red says
Will
all good.
exceed in
Manda
everything
says,
our heart's
oh
desire.
okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to see if I had missed any comments. Um,
Sorry.
if you gotta go now, you're free to go. If you still want to vibe, I'm gonna do I saw Goga doing his quotes, and I saw somebody else, I think it was Simone or somebody else
Is
that
he
does the
live right now?
quotes at the end of their lives, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think that's so nice. Let me add a little one too today. So I'm gonna add a little one too. Guys, I
Yes.
apologize, but we're gonna be redirect. I had a premiere today for my video, so I'm redirecting you guys over there after this. I'm sorry. It's
If I leave, I can go into chat, and then when you redirect, it will take us because you're doing the raid, right? You're doing the
yes,
raid.
yeah, it'll take you there. Even if you're on here, you could still stay, and then it'll still take you over. So it's up to you, like whatever you're comfortable with at this point in time.
How do I
Um,
leave? How do
you
I
press the
end?
X. There should be an X on the left hand
Okay,
side.
okay,
So once you
okay.
press that, it should
Okay, do you want to say goodbye? Say nice meeting you.
Bye, princess.
Right there, right there. Say bye. Bye.
Bye. Oh, oh my
Oh,
gosh, a cuteness
okay, I'm
overload.
gonna be here chatting, like typing and stuff, but I gotta feed this kid or she's gonna start biting me.
Yes,
I appreciate all you guys. You've been amazing, and I'm here for the raid. You better not bite me. Okay. Have
you're
a
right
good
into
night,
my video.
guys.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a good one.
Great. Okay, well done. Great.
um, hello, creativity. And I read that Manda says, I pray whatever everyone's heart gets their desires. So do I. Thank you, Reds. I see you. Bye. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up with my wisdom from Novelty. I normally add this at the end of my videos. Inspired by Goga, I'm gonna be adding it at the end of my Novelty corners because it just right? So don't rush the season you're in. Every step, every lesson, every quiet moment is preparing you for what's next. Keep showing up, stay soft with yourself, and trust that what you're building is growing, even when you can't see it yet. So, thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for sticking out with me. Feel free to connect to Creativity Guides Me, aka Tiffany. I link is right there. Again, I'm gonna post it on my community tab for everyone that missed it. And just so it's there. And also, Red's room's been around the corner, so check him out. Manda's Kitchen, she's in here. Stick to it. There's so many great people that's been passing through here and that's in the community. Once y'all see them, feel free to, hit on their little profile there and go check out their channel. I don't mind. They're awesome people. Different walks of life, cooking, arts, fashion, um, um, painting. Like there's so many different type of things. Red's room where you just chat, chill, vibe, greet, meet, have a little one, two. There's so much stuff around here that y'all can do. So I will see you guys in the next one. That should be on the 24th, and that would be cooking with Trini in Finland. So right now we're going to be redirected to my premiere. I missed my own premiere. It was from 8:30. I don't know if it's too late to go. Reds, let me know. Am I going to crash if I go over there? Um, Let me see. I already pre-planned it, so I don't know. So let's go and see and find out. So again, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys over there. Bye. Oh, and Royal Raid. That's it. Royal Raid. I subbed to Reds a long time, but I don't remember to go because I'm not getting notifications. I learned that you have to unfollow and then follow again, unsubscribe and subscribe again. That seemed to help. It helped me. That's what I did to you, Amanda. Subscribe right away and then subscribe again, and then I was able to get your notifications, and I get it all the time now. Okay, so let me double check this. Make sure we're gonna be in the right places. Give me 2 seconds and then we are going to go because I think your girl is a little bit of an expert nowadays. Yes. Okay, so let's go and see. Okay. I'll see you guys over there later.